All right, we are back.
He's used to it.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
I'm sure.
Back at it here. I am Eddie Marskoski, joined with and by Eric Steinbaugh.
Hello, hello, E-Train, coming live at you. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the error, but we're back with you here. 2-2 deep stack.
We are in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Best Bet Live.
Looks like Amber just scooped a pot right there before we got back, joined us. She's up a little over 100 now, looks like.
Four players.
Get some Hunter love in the Twitch chat. He's the greatest there is.
Legendary player, Hunter.
I mean, it's a strong poker name.
Not bad. Not a very good vegan name.
Could be like one of those ironic names.
Like Tiny.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
Giant.
Hey guys, so after this hand, we're gonna pause the action, and I'm gonna go from seat 1 to 8 or 9, whatever it is. I need your name and your stack. Kind of had some technical difficulties in the back, so we're gonna need names and stacks. So you can play your hand, but kind of just count down your stack. Make sure you know how much you have or ballpark. I'm just gonna go right around the table. Name and stack.
$10.
Yeah, Leonardo in the YouTube chat saying she crushed it last week. She did, she did. She showed these guys what was up.
Heads up.
And ran it up on them.
Looks like we're going to be without our graphics for this hand, but they're fixing that issue as well as we speak.
Yeah, we'll take a quick little pause after this hand, get everything up to date, the names and stacks, and go from there. Shouldn't have any more problems. It'll take a few hands for those to get loaded in there, but hopefully no more delays.
They're on the way.
L-E-C.
It tells me how much I'm here.
Stack
No,
count.
that's just how much I'm here.
672.
I guessed you were perfect. Seat 3.
Leon. His name's Leon. How much is your stack? Right here. 341. 341.
Oh, yeah, Billy. What is his name?
Leon?
Leon. 341 is the stack.
It's going to take a minute here for everyone to
400 even.
It just looks like, you know how
let us know what their stacks is so we can follow along at home.
During this downtime, it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to go to our website, go to all of our different locations where you can check out this stream, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, subscribe, follow. Make sure you get notified every time we come on live. We got a big game coming up this weekend.
That's right. I'm excited about that one, Eric.
A little 5, 10, 25 action.
5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em. There will be over 50,000 on the table, and by the end of the night, likely be 100. Big high stakes game.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Looks like we got a big one brewing here. Ace is way ahead, but 9-8's looking to play the aggressive route. Put the pressure on if they don't have that overpair. Aces makes the call. What a dream card for Glenn. You raise, build up the pot, and then just turn the nuts. Once Kyle calls that flop, with this size pot, I don't know what Glenn's going to do besides go all in after getting called.
150 is the bet from the nut.
All right, he wants to make sure he doesn't get a fold here. Just bets about half of the pot, 150, more than half of the stack. Kyle hates to see it, but might just have to let this one go here, bud. You can hear him talking. Kyle's saying, man, I trust you, got to set on the flop. Looks like he's going to make the right decision and lay it down.
Chase it.
I think we'll just gone for the full rip here. He had a little less than the pot size bet. This almost screams call me. If you bet all in here on that turn card, you could still have the flush draw, and he could hero call with the overpair. But he tried to go for max value there. Okay. Sniffed it out, made the right fold. Not sure how that all went before the flop, so it's hard to completely get into it, but good fold with the information that we could see by the aces. Charles, thanks for joining us, bud. Good to see you.
So good. Better than set. Better than set.
Alright, fold ace. 10 is the bet from C9.
All right, looks like Glenn's going to go ahead and keep riding that rush. Raises up $10 here with the Jack 10 of hearts.
Fold 2. Fold 3. Fold 6. And we got a call for 7. Heads up.
Heads up with the big blind here with the suited 9-7. 9-8-4 flop. Top pair from Jamie.
15 is the bet from
Opening it with the back door for Glenn. Jamie go ahead and just donk bets right here into Glenn. Goes with the call. Glenn turns the flush draw here.
20 is the bet from 7.
Jamie's not going to slow down with top pair. He's going to bet 20 here into 50. Kind of a little bit of a blocker bet. Kind of want to get some value from the hands that are chasing. Glenn, as we've seen, trying to take this aggressive line all night. Turns more equity. Bumps it up. 65 more to call. Raises it up to 85. Puts Jamie in a tough spot here. Glenn was the pre-flop raiser. Called you on the flop. E, thanks for joining us all the way from Texas.
I need that back.
Jamie's going to lay it down.
He said it's gone. Everybody's seen that roll.
He's also thinking ahead there to the river, like,
That's just
if he doesn't get any better and it comes like a 3 of diamonds and he faces a big bet, what's he going to do? So I think that kind of factored into his thought process there. He wasn't comfortable calling another big bet, so he just laid it down. Another hand well played there by Glenn.
It was a very good turn.
Eddie's out of the booth right now. We'll have him back in here in a few.
Can't believe it. 9-8. That's right.
I folded because I
I'm sorry, but 9-8.
I
He tells him that he had the straight there when he cracked his aces
You pulled aces? Yeah.
and apologizes.
I'm not lying.
No
You're not-
apologies
you
in
can see
poker.
it.
I know I'm beat. I sure
It's
will.
like baseball.
If I bet 100, you're not
Ain't
going
no
to
point in dying with them.
started. I thought
When you know you beat.
Well, looks like Leon's picking up the best hand here in poker. Queen 10.
Feel beat, let it go. You save more money that way.
6, fold 7.
David calls $11 raise with a suited king.
I'm pretty sure that was good because it was the middle card was straight. But there was no high straight out there. Felt good.
Go heads up to the flop. Jack high, 2 hearts. Good flop for David.
You just have to play 3 times.
Leon, the queen of hearts. Backdoor straight draw as well. Gonna go ahead and see bet.
Call 4.
David gonna come along, make the call.
20 is the bet from 3.
Five of clubs. Leon's gonna make another bet here. 20 on the smaller side. I think if you're gonna go ahead and make that second C bet here, you gotta make it a bigger, put more pressure on those draws. Unless he's got the stones here to make that third barrel with queen high.
So you know when you call the turn, you have to call the river.
Brick, all the draws brick out, so you can make that third, hoping that's what he's going with. And bet's right about half pot.
Have the music on so you can actually hear it.
Should be getting everything besides jacks to fold out, and he does.
Speakers.
Not good.
That's the speakers. Sometimes they got music in here. It's just so low you can't hear it.
Yeah, I agree with these. Turn bet sizings are a little odd. I would like to see that size on the river bet on the turn a little more. Push off those draws because you still are very vulnerable to queen high. Even if they have ace high, king high draws, they're not going to fold those cards now. So you have less cards that you can bluff with as well. But he got the brick, got that third barrel through.
Raise to 12 from the 1. Fold 2, call 3.
Kyle's going to raise it up to 12 here from under the gun. Leon's going to snap him with the king 9.
Call 7. 4, fold.
Wes calls jack 9 of hearts. Jamie calls from the straddle ace 9.
And a 9 still comes on the
3
flop.
9s out there, and we get a 9 on the flop. Kyle going
Bucks is the bet from 1.
to light this $10 on fire.
Yeah, Leon got top 2 pairs. Stranglehold on this hand.
40 from C3.
Leon deciding to raise right away, make it 40.
Fold 6.
Yeah, a lot of straight draws out there, 1 flush draw out there. 4 ways, don't want to price in some of those draws.
Fold 1.
Would have liked 1 call, but he takes it down anyway. Lots of Twitch Hunter love.
King of Deuces says Amber super tight, huh? It's pretty solid. I guess you can categorize it as tight, but last week she did that. She came in short, I think, and sat around, found her spot for a while, and then went on a heater. And by the end of the night, was up $300-400.
3 folds. 4 C folds. Raise to 12 from the 6. 7 folds.
It's kind of West going to go ahead and raise it up to 12 here with the Jack 10.
12.
Amber gets off her phone, looks down at the panda.
Snap folded the panda.
So I'm 3-betting or calling. Fold's not one of the options there.
Raisey daisy.
Little bit. Raise little bit.
Yeah, big line on the 3. 7, 8 folds, 9 folds.
You're watching Best Bet Live. I'm Eddie Marskoski, joined by Eric Steinball. This is 2-2 no limit, $500 max buy-in.
Howdy, howdy, Mark. Looks like the raise by the Jack-10 takes it down.
The Queen Jack suited was good right there.
No fighters.
The Queen Jack suited was good right there.
E. McKenzie in the Twitch chat saying I'd really like to see way more 3-bets from these medium hands in late position.
It's coming.
Clock is not moving, so it's not yet.
Yeah, we just need to understand that this is the lowest stakes they offer in the room as far as no limit hold'em, and in any room as far as that goes. 2-2, so we're going to get a lot of amateurs, a lot of novices, a lot of people just beginning, you know, they're starting to play. So the play could be a little unorthodox, a little head scratching at times.
And definitely more on the passive side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the lower the stakes, the players just call more as in not raise. And they like to see flops, so there's not a lot of big folds. Just they like to call.
4 ways of this flop. Glenn flops the best of it with aces up, but Leon's going to lead out 15 with bottom pair. No backdoor flush draw.
Just like this small blind lead right here, the 9-5 clubs. Let's just make it bet half pot from the small blind with 3 players behind us. We got no backdoor flush, but we just got a 5. And if a 9 comes, it's tough because an open-ended gets there, so we can't even love when we hit our 2 pair. Once we get called, it's one of those unorthodox leads like I was talking about. Glenn's going to raise the real hand. Leon quickly folds.
Yeah, not a ideal spot and hand to lead there. Yeah, I mean, East, surprised you didn't fly on out here for this game. We've had this game 4 weeks in a row now, and we haven't seen you once.
Must not have been able to get on the list.
12 step from 7, fold 8, fold 9. Call 2. Fold 3.
Jamie raising up to 12 here. Suited King Jack of Hearts. Amber also in with some hearts.
There you go, Amber joining the pot. Queen 8 of hearts here.
Unfortunately, we missed the one pot she did win, it looked like.
West calls from the big blind and flops 3 9s. Unfortunately, no one else with an ace.
Jamie, we'll go ahead and c-bet this as standard for ace high flop with the pre-flop raiser. But Wes isn't going to get any more money in this pot, I would assume. Especially with the spade showing up. Jamie should just be shutting down.
Yep. Turn goes check, check. River Jack of clubs.
Now Wes should be betting here.
And I bet 60. Jamie's going to quickly fold his River Jack.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about the flush there. He was just trying to go for value, but no ace to be found.
Thank you very much.
Steel wheel trolling Ken even when Ken's not here.
Man.
Ken isn't even in this game, and I think he's already played more hands than he did last week.
No, it's good.
VPIP is the same number.
That green mask coming.
He did talk to me after the stream last week. He was like, man, you gave me a hard time. Ooh. But only in the best way. He was laughing the whole time. He said,
wouldn't have it any
he said
other
go
way.
much harder next time.
Too light, huh?
Way too light. Nothing is off limits.
You heard it.
Well, look, he's here.
Floodgates are open, steel wheel.
Now he's going to win.
And then you play your miss blinds and everything. Because it's a bonfire.
Looks like they might be going for a bomb pot here. Had this going last week. Every dealer changed. Throw in $10 pre-flop. See a flop and the action starts there.
Yeah, I like that. Really add some action, get some bigger stacks. Makes people go at it with
Biggest bomb pot of the night.
less holdings because those bomb pots are worth fighting for. And let's be honest, that's what we want to see here.
Max Payne.
This will already be the biggest pot of the night before they even get to the flop. $80 in there. 8 ways, everyone in. A lot of junk. West does
Pocket
have
10s
two-
in there.
two tens.
Gonna have to fade a lot.
Looks like a couple picture cards are out there.
Everyone checks around.
Queen, queen, 10. 9 on the turn. Jack 8 makes a straight with a flush
10s
draw.
flop the boat.
Oh, this could be a big one.
What we were hoping for.
Jack 8 actually
Still has an out. No, he
he's
does
dead.
not.
Dead.
Wes is holding that one out.
0%. West bets 40. Amber calls with that straight.
It was 40 last time, but you know.
See how deep they are here.
Let's see, this blank river would be great.
Oh, that's gonna
Jack of Hearts. Gonna slow Amber down a little
save
bit.
Amber some money
Yeah.
here. She may even be able to find a fold. Pretty scary board.
I think at this point you might have to be going smaller of a size here to get specifically calls from straights that are scared of the flushes. He bets half pot.
That's a size she can call. I don't mind this sizing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone any bigger, I don't think.
Yeah, it's about the most you can go. Yeah, she does make the
I
call.
would like somewhere between 35 and 50% there, definitely.
Lock
He got the
boat.
max amount.
High hand.
She pays him off.
Good job.
She's going to be happy to see that river wasn't the deuce of clubs.
Look at the turn. Look at it. Look
Yeah,
at it.
he
Real
goes
hard.
big, much bigger on the
Saw
river,
that
maybe
straight
full
flush draw
pot.
out there?
You're right.
If
You
it's
saw
a
it?
complete blank.
River's a brick. You can
Imagine a bad
not worry about the
Couldn't do nothing with it.
Max
heart
Sorry.
scaring your opponent, and you can try to get value from the straights, and if somehow there's a queen out there, you know,
Choice.
they're not going to be able to call.
Max Payne gigawatt. First Max Payne of the night.
There we go.
River
West,
saved them a little bit, but still a nice pot there.
West picking up 190 in profits there. It was our first bomb pot of the evening.
Might be good.
Yeah, E, hopefully you can make it down here for one of those streams. We were talking about
He just doesn't want to call it out.
getting on some action ourselves when the time comes.
Yeah.
Might be out your way.
That's right. Take my cowboy hat.
Yeah. They make one for as big for your head?
Well,
Well, like was like clown, like in like the Hollywood ones.
it's 2 of them.
fake
You know,
ones.
I had to piece them together, but yeah,
Okay. Piece them together like tall wise, like Abraham Lincoln.
both
Okay.
wide and tall.
Nice, I like it. 3 ways to this flop. Checking through, nobody nothing. Nobody nothing.
Nobody, nothing here.
West picks up a flush draw here on the button. Lets him live. Hits the river, still checks
Wow,
line.
interesting.
So
River
you really
check
trying, huh?
from the button. What is going on? Checked to the button and decided to flip over his flush.
Hate money.
He may not have realized he had a flush. Not sure.
It wouldn't get there because the jack was
Never be too careful, folks. Chris Parisi, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, bud. Appreciate you. How you doing today? Thanks for joining.
Talk it into existence.
That's right. We already know what I'm trying to do.
So I've got another button straddle this hand. Wes on fire.
Let's get drunk. Top shelf for everything.
Shauna,
Let's get messed up.
welcome to the stream, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. My
Actually, he's gonna start
sister.
over here, so he's gonna make it 15.
Hunter finally getting this action. King Jack suited. Raising that button straddle to 15.
There we go. Legendary player Hunter.
Let's see this legendariness in action. Everyone was so afraid of the legend, they folded.
I mean,
Undefeated.
when you're legendary, no one wants to step up. Hunter, batting 1,000.
That would be really funny to see you in like an Abraham Lincoln hat playing poker.
What's that? Oh, yeah,
I
right.
like it. I might have to make that happen.
I think you have a variation of it, too. There's another
See you rock that. Maybe keep with the bow tie.
I think.
Go full on.
Yeah, I haven't been wearing a bow tie in a while. I'm missing it. Fiending.
All class. You're a classy guy, you know that?
Eh, somebody's got to do it.
With your veggie free since '93 tattoo as well. Got to be visible.
Yep, that's coming.
You do it.
It's coming by the end of the month. Hello from Georgia. Appreciate it, Gainer, for joining us.
Shauna quoting Happy Madison movies. Do it.
Do it.
This deal?
Looks like we got a missed deal here. Amber's not going to be happy. She had raised to 11, but they realized before any action behind her. No significant action. Missed deal. Honest Ed.
Didn't want to be mine.
Honest Abe.
I got the beard.
Exactly. We could sculpt that thing.
I used to have that when I couldn't grow it better. That's what it looked like. It looked like an Abe beard.
4 scored 7 years ago. I played a live tournament in Las Vegas.
Do it all.
Make sure you get 2 cards.
Last time I hit a flush was about 4 scored 17 years ago.
King 9, Amber. Not looking as good as the Ace King.
No, traded out the ace for the 9.
Raise 12 from the 7. Fold 8.
12 seems to be Jamie's number when he's opening, which he seems to be opening a lot. No limping. Good strategy.
Gigawatt says just don't go to the theater.
Check, check.
I see you. That's funny.
They're closed. They're still closed here in Florida.
I'm safe though. No assassination.
I had to answer your question.
Glenn bets his gutter ball here. Gets Jamie to fold. Jamie seems to brick out on the flops and just lets it go. One bet, or if he sees that, if it's not connecting, other person's putting the pressure, he's just letting it go so far. We'll see how that happens in bigger pots when he starts to pick up some hands.
Yep.
See how he changes.
And you get to know the other players' tendencies more. Again, we're pretty much in the beginning here.
Yeah.
In the first
Hour.
hour. Maybe that strategy coming in, want to sit back, see how everyone's playing, and then after an hour or so, get a better idea of what's going on. Then you can maybe start mixing it up more.
Well, you know what I say. You can't win it if you ain't in it. So I'm trying to mix it up
You do say that.
from the first hand.
We know that. Panda.
Pretty common for me to be up or down to buy-in within the first orbit regularly back in the day.
I believe that.
Like Dave's going to raise up the ace-10 to $10. Kyle outflops him with the deuce.
Pretty good flop for David to c-bet here. He is going to c-bet 15. Kyle makes the call with his deuce and backdoor diamond. King's good range card for David. He would have been c-betting all his king highs, king, queen, king, jack, ace, king.
Goes
So
with
now when it comes,
Goes with a $20 bet here. I would like to see a little bit bigger.
yeah, 52 in the pot. I like to really put the pressure on. You
Yeah,
can even
like a
get some
good
sixes.
40
If
there.
you bet 40, you can get some sixes to fold even.
Yep. 20 works there, but
20 is going to be enough to get a deuce out of the way, but
put a lot of pressure because you still have all the overpairs. But 20 worked in that spot. We'll take it down. He'll stack them up.
Try it. And I was like, okay. And I tried it with my left hand. I was like, I'm not even left-handed. I can't do it with my right hand.
Oh, the chips?
What he's doing.
Oh, the shuffle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tommy in the Facebook chat. Come on down. 8-handed poker every day of the week. 24 hours on the weekends. Book your hotel room now.
Why are there so many chips?
I also run a very nice
Stop.
Airbnb
You
up the
don't
road.
call
No,
me
just
out
kidding.
like that.
What is happening?
You don't have to call me out like that, okay?
Actions on the floor.
Just all you had to say, can you?
I just wanted to know what was
calm down a
happening.
little
I didn't
bit
say
over
it was
there and
unacceptable.
speak to?
I didn't say it was unacceptable. I just want to know what's happening.
David's going to limp in here under the gun with the suited 6-4 spade. Hunter waking up with the real hand. Ace King clubs, raising it up to 15.
Free call. And three-way.
Leon's in there set mining with the ducks. All diamonds on this flop. Nobody really likes that. Deuces is with the only diamond. Still the best hand. 3 of hearts doesn't change anything. Leon's gonna take a little peek.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly, Jim. Exactly.
That's why I have a
25 from
case.
the.
Dave was going to go ahead and delay C-bet here. Or, I'm sorry, he's the one that limped. He's going to go ahead and bet 25 here on the
My
turn.
hands was wet from the drink. I can't get you no excuse, huh?
Gonna work. Takes it down.
It works.
Not Lord, help us.
Lord,
If you're limp calling those little suited connectors, you can't be afraid to bet them when you don't hit them sometimes. If you just sit back and wait to hit everything, it's going to be a long night.
It's tough to win that way. You know? You don't hit that much. You got to be able to win when you don't hit. So then when you do hit, people think, well, maybe he didn't.
Fold 6, fold 7.
And then you take them to Value Town.
Raise 10 from the 8 seat. Fold 9.
Hunter with the suited ace here, raising it up. 10 to go.
Legendary player, Hunter.
Allegedly. A legendary?
Allegedly.
I had one of those.
Like everyone else folds.
Guarantee you all the card is fire.
Takes it down, shows the deuce of clubs.
As best as you can get.
It's desuited, so it's not the
Easy peasy.
Shows it.
I know it's one of them. I'll find it.
Set up.
Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me.
There's somebody out there. I don't know what they're doing. There it is. Caught you.
Sorry about this delay. Looks like we might have a damaged card.
Yeah.
We need to get a new card or a new deck in there.
Come on, catch it. Told you I'd catch you. So these cards are really thick. So sometimes they'll like chip in there. It'll like flake on the side. You just gotta take these cards out because they're easy to, you know. See, like this one.
He must have went on smoke cake too.
Can you see it from there? Thank you.
We'll go ahead and show you these V-pips now. Jamie, a lot of pre-flop raising.
50%. George-esque.
Replace the whole.
Amber down there at the bottom.
No, just the one card.
Hasn't really gotten too
But
much
I felt
tonight.
Biding your
Super
time.
small, but
Glenn down there at the bottom with her, also the big winner
You can, yeah, for sure.
so far.
sometimes the small.
Played a couple of hands very well to start this night.
Kyle down about 200.
Night is young. Wes up a couple hundred as well.
That's right. These numbers will just continue to grow throughout the night.
He said, I don't know, and I ain't trying to find out because I don't even like them like that.
9 makes it 12. Let me know if I need to slow down.
So Glenn's going to raise up to 12 here with Queen 7 of spades.
All right, stepping out a little bit. And we're going to call the cutoff for the mystery hand. Leon's going to peel the button.
I thought I saw Jack Deuce of Diamonds flash there for a second, but maybe that was a hand that folded. Deuce Deuce. I thought I saw a Deuce of Diamonds in there.
Deuce, deuce. Flop 10-6-6. Leon takes the lead.
20 from the 9.
Let's go ahead and c-bet this. Does flop the flush draw.
Yeah, if you're going to raise it up with the Queen 7 of spades, we probably need to c-bet 2 spade flops.
Yeah.
Leon makes the call.
4 clubs on the turn changes nothing. Glenn's going to fire a second bullet here.
Brick turn. I don't mind double barreling, you know, let's say an overcard, a jack plus on the turn, but a 4 clubs would seem unlikely to get the top pair to fold, although, what do I know?
Leon folds quickly.
Glenn bets 50 and Leon lets it go. I do like the bigger sizing though. Had that been 25, Leon would have just came along. But the 50 really got him thinking. He's got less than 300 in his stack. This is a significant portion.
Yeah,
I just got a jack kicker. This guy raised pre-flop. He bet in the 3 players. Now Annie bet the turn. You can understand the hesitation in calling. Although we know you wouldn't have folded.
No. It's hard to flop a pair, let alone 2 pair.
Especially with the jack kicker. I mean,
It's
put it in.
top end kicker.
For you, it's like the best.
Hey, if you can get value out of Jack 10, you're living right, my friend. So we got a $12 raise in this pot, going 5 ways to a flop.
5 players in there. Check 6, check 7.
Leon flops 10 again.
No good. David flops bottom set. 1 spade, backdoor for Jamie. Not much else for anybody.
Raise from the 4.
Kyle's going to c-bet this flop with ace-5. Probably one of the flops 5 ways I'm just shutting down on, especially without the ace of hearts. Maybe ace-5 of hearts.
Yeah,
But
this
this is just a clear check.
is a tough c-bet here. You expect to get through 4 people on a flush board as well. 2 diamonds out there.
Someone always once told me in a multi-way pot, someone always hits the 10.
That's right.
Someone always has a 10.
That's right. 10s and aces are the most common single card in a hand because everyone plays 10 jack, 10 queen, 10 king, 10 ace, 10 9, 10 8. Not everyone, but a lot of people, they play all of them. All the way from 7 up, even 6 up. And of course some players get even wider than that. So when a 10 comes out there in a 5-handed pot, it's just extra likely that someone has a 10.
But as you have seen, the people that are being the most aggressive are winning because, like we said earlier, very passive play in these stakes. So
We've seen
Talking to
some
him.
aggression get rewarded here
So you open it.
as these players are a little hesitant to make the big calls,
Like I went and
I'll
picked
make
it
sure
up.
to keep it on the top.
or I should say medium calls, really.
the calls.
Stop it to him for real. It was
Looks like Amber's going to limp in here with the 6-3 of diamonds.
She's tired of not playing any pots. She wants to see.
Wes waking up with ace-king on the button. Pop it up to 18.
Suited Panda, 5 deuce of hearts just folded. Man, I would have loved to see a flop with that one.
18 a little too much. Discipline lay down.
Amber doesn't want to play that much.
Looks like we're going to get a button straddle this hand.
King of spades.
I'm putting the wrong kind of glue on the
Right,
side.
and it like this, like that.
Yeah, but I mean, over time, yeah, that could definitely be a reason because like
Yeah, it feels
They're using Elmer's glue. Y'all got to use Gorilla glue.
Looks like we're getting that card replaced.
Don't worry, guys. We have a lot of extra.
Just bring us a whole new deck way back there.
Yeah, these cards are a little thicker than normal cards. Get the RDIF chips in them. That's how you can know what these cards are without using whole cameras.
2 cards that face the music.
I'm sorry, we are in 15-minute delay here. Live or 2-2 no limit deep stack game, 500 max buy-in, Jacksonville, Florida.
Billy straddle on the bottom.
He did. I was like, that
Button straddle here. Hunter's going to raise it up
Every
with
time.
ace queen out of small blind at 15.
Now you're talking crazy.
He had a good cards every time he swapped.
Oh man.
Do you need the action? Okay. Let's straddle.
Kyle with the ace-jack's going to make the call.
He wants to protect this whole
All the way around to our straddler, Jamie. He's going to let go of the 10 high.
First one to block.
RFID.
It's the one that's correct, whichever one I said.
And there's an ace. All right, let's see how this pot's going to build. 36 in the middle. Hunter raised it up pre with ace-queen. Now he's going to continuation bet. 16, about half pot.
Rainbow pot here. I don't expect any raises here. Kyle just flats is onto the turn.
Ah, the chop card. Tough card for Hunter.
Kyle doesn't know how happy he is to see that.
Yeah.
He's betting here for value, not realizing he just got rescued.
Kyle bets the 22. Hunter calls.
Boom, goes from worse to save to winning.
Wow.
Perfect run out for Kyle.
Oh, I'd like a big bet here. This was 82 in the middle.
We went with a real
He
small
went,
bet.
he went 30 and 82. I like big. I like 60. Let's get paid. Your opponent's likely have an ace, and he's playing the king, so shouldn't be a lot of tight
It was
folds.
110. It was 110 in the pot. And he
No,
bet
that was
30.
after the
No,
30.
it was 170 after.
Also super small.
Yeah,
sizes.
very small. Just over quarter pot. Value, value, value. That's how you win in these games. That card is the dream card for you.
The dream card, right? Go ahead and
I mean, I recognize after he got checked to on the turn by the pre-flop raiser, he assumes he doesn't have an ace. So he might just be trying to bet small to get called.
yeah, but it's so unlikely that you're going to get called by a hand that doesn't have an ace in it, right? Like
Agreed.
pocket tens is just going to find a fold. Pocket queen or pocket queens even, you know, because it's ace, king, and jack out there. I mean, maybe your target specifically like king, queen, but I mean, it's hard for them to call without an ace, period. But it's hard for them to fold an ace as well because you're playing the
We got a big one brewing here,
playing
Eddie.
the fours and the king.
Wes
Oh,
going to
yeah.
raise it up to, with the king queen. Glenn calls with a suited queen 9, and Kyle wakes up with the aces in the big blind. Another very small 3-bet. Almost only raises 14 more of the
Very,
original
yeah.
$12 raise.
Almost a min raise here. Let's see if it gets him in trouble. He does have the nuts. King 5 deuce, 2 diamonds.
It's one of the flops you're looking for with aces.
Absolutely.
You're thinking max value on this kind of flop. Doesn't have the diamond to go with it, though.
I'm at 36 into about 75. 80. Of course, Wes is going to call with his king queen.
That's a faction.
Oh, queen of diamonds. Right on the turn. That's going to put Wes in front again.
Yeah, Wes running well.
Catching heat here. Neither player with a diamond.
52 from the
Kyle checks it over, or excuse me, Kyle's betting 52.
I think it's one of the cards there. If I'm Kyle, I'm going to be checking for pot control.
60.
Diamonds get there, king queen gets there. You don't have the ace of diamonds, so you don't want to face the raise here.
Yeah, we don't like this.
Yeah, it's
We
not a
don't like
good
this
turn,
card when we get called on the flop.
But as played, he bets, gets raised to 152. Original bet was 52.
That's pretty sick.
So 100 more to call. Now you put yourself in a spot where even if you did have the best hand,
I like that.
it's really tough to continue on.
Well, even with the mask, you can tell he's not pleased here.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's going to be tough to continue after he's given up all this information about his hand.
He respects
Although I've seen it happen.
Landslide. Don't do it.
Only if he calls his 100, he only has 280 left behind, and the pot will be
gonna-
450. So only have about half pot left. So
It's going to fold and show. Good fold here from Kyle.
See, he
Ace
can't
of,
fold
ace of,
aces.
ace of diamonds.
76
Call. Try because you got the outs.
Yeah, I got the ace of diamonds. I'm calling. That's
Yeah.
why I have
Max Payne, aces going down
Because you got
again.
the outs.
We don't think we've seen them win yet. Aces got cracked by the 9-8 earlier and the king queen here.
0 for 2.
Nemo, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming back and joining us.
Steve Fraser in the Facebook chat says, I got to get in this game next week. I've been trying to tell you that.
You didn't get sucked in there. Yeah, you didn't get sucked in.
I know a guy.
You can't fold aces in those spots.
Or two,
Might be able to get you on the list.
Oh yeah.
They get sucked in, and then next thing you know, it's your
but we don't have any pulls, so you're like 17th on the list.
Holding the 3, holding the 4, holding the 6. A lot of
But
people
aces
can't
does make the correct lay down there. Very disciplined.
Yeah, yeah. Like we said, that's not one of our better turn cards. One of the ones we didn't want to see, and especially when we bet large and get raised.
And if we check there, you know, we can reasonably call a turn bet of $50.
And I think that's a good reason too, like to check it. Like
Exactly. You want to
we're
control
not-
the pot
The
there.
pot's not going to get out of hand. We can check call and still
Win, counterfeit them.
right. Like
hit an
let's
ace.
say, let's say the guy has king jack with the jack of diamonds. He'd probably and then we checked him on a turn. He could bet a king. So we can still call bets on the turn with the best hand. And the times he does have the 2 pair, the king queen, we got
And then
a lot of outs to
the next
improve.
round hurts your feelings.
And we also have bluff outs. The 4th diamond comes in there. We can turn our hand to a bluff. So lots of options with check calling there.
Well, I didn't put you on 8-9. I put him on king queen.
After the pre-flop action, jacks looks like we just check down here.
I'm getting a little bit
Afraid of that ace.
Yeah, how many cards we about to go through?
8-7. Tries to realize its equity, doesn't get there. Hunter takes another one down.
He's like, I'm just getting you a new
Another
deck.
small one down.
Kyle just said he put Wes exactly on king queen.
2 times aces. I mean, it's not me. I'm not.
Spot on.
I mean, you the one that's happening to. I mean, he done came just the same cards. They breaking on you.
Didn't break on him. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's been a few weeks.
So he 3-bet the aces earlier and they got cracked
Yeah, and this is the
with the 9-8, but he also 3-bet very small with that hand as well.
And we
So
haven't had a
he
single
priced that.
double-winning
It was a
card.
9-8 offsuit
Yeah.
that he priced down.
Right.
So a bigger 3-bet could be pricing some of these hands out.
So it's been
Because we have a group from Orlando. We've had at least one person on the white street.
Yeah, it's one of them damned if you do, damned if you don't spots. You know, like you got the best hand. You want to keep them in. You don't want to let them go pre-flop.
Yep.
But you also don't want to make it so cheap that you're kicking yourself later on.
You see that white box in the middle of the box? Middle of the
If you're going to be 3-betting that small with your larger hands, I also feel you should be 3-betting a lot more. Bringing in a lot of pseudo connectors, you know, face cards.
Yeah, we know her.
Yeah, we don't want to
No, I'm saying
size our bets by the strength of our hand. I know sounds a little odd, but especially pre-flop, we need to have like a base that we're using.
none of that. They talk about
We open, you know, this is a 2-2 game. Maybe we say we're going to open to 10 every time we open, no matter what our opening hand is, and then we'll add. You know, you can add money to that if there's limps in front,
Sure can.
and you want to kind of stay on that right there in that general area. Because if you start deviating too far one way or the other, it's going to be something that someone can pick up on and then use against you.
She just watches to make sure I'm using
We got 2 players in this pot. Hunter raised pre-flop to 10, got called by Kyle. Flop goes check, check. Hunter bets 10 on the turn. A little bit of protection, I guess. Kyle go ahead and calls that one since he turned the 2 pair.
Turn the 6s into value.
Yeah. River, check, check. Hunter takes another small one down.
What are you doing? Thank you, buddy.
Black or red.
Cool. What do you think, man?
Game where you felt like
We're here for you, I think.
you feel like
Yeah, we're here for you, man. This
Tricky Hunter in the Twitch chat says, how big of a 3-bet is right in a 2-2 game when it's open to 12? Well, in that situation, it was open to 12 and it was called.
me.
And then he made it 26.
A lot of it is player dependent on the original raiser and the players behind and who called, but generally I play a lot of this range of size games, a little bit bigger. A 12 and a call, I would probably go 40 to 45.
Yeah, I would say if a general rule, when you 3-bet someone, you want it to be right around the 3x range. Now that's when it's without a caller in the middle. With a caller in the middle, like I said, you can just add whatever that number is. So it was 12, so he made it 12, so you can go, okay, I'm going to make it 36 plus 12, 48, which is right around the area Eric mentioned he would have made it. That can give you a pretty good base of what it needs to be.
Yeah, that big of a raise, I feel like on this will scare a lot of people out. 25 to 30, it's just enticing everybody call.
Especially with aces, it's like the one time you can size down slightly because they don't necessarily know. It's just you're not going to be 3-betting with a caller in between so often that they know your tendencies.
So we got 2 flushes here on the river. Kyle's going to river the nut flush. David's going to river the jack 10.
Leon's going to go ahead and fire this bad boy with a 9.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Uh-oh.
David does just call with the jack high flush.
25 over. Whoa.
Flush.
You know what?
oh wow.
What?
Couldn't raise. I could only call.
Oh, because it was the king, deuce, deuce out there.
Yeah.
I could have sworn somebody had a
So yeah. So
Folds for
Leon
the
tried to
25.
turn his hand in the bluff. Gets called by the worst hand. That's the worst flush. Gets the best hand, no fold.
All right, Joe, I'll see you in 30 minutes.
Kyle thinking, well, someone bet 25 and called. Someone's got to have a boat out here. No.
Don't deal him any more aces in his hand. They're not doing well for him.
That was a good $25 bet.
And the funny thing is, I said as soon as the 12 hit, but it puts
E-Train! We're here for you, Steve. How you doing, my man? Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you're hanging out on the back porch, cigar in hand.
He's betting and he's calling.
Tell Trish I said, hey,
Right.
miss you guys.
If you wasn't calling, I was calling.
Yeah.
You calling. Mess me up.
Yeah, Volgrim, what the F fold?
Cards to sit through.
It was a nut flush, but it was a double pair board. You assume a bet and a call. Someone's got to have that boat.
Right around somebody's alley.
Let's see what we got going on here. I'll check.
Looks like we got another bomb pot here for this dealer change. $10 pre-flop. Everyone throws it in, goes to a flop, see what happens.
I'll check the turn in the dark.
Look at that. 8-9 with the open ender is the favorite right now. 32%.
Flopping is flipping.
We do have one mystery hand.
Top pair 10-7.
5, 8, 9, Nutter Butter.
And that's why it was the favorite. Binks the open ender right on the turn. Leads out 30, hoping somebody has an 8. How does somebody not have an 8 with everyone coming in pre?
Or a 3, or diamonds, anything. No value there to be had.
Even a little 3 looking up a little 30 or something.
Wow.
That makes my heart.
Ralph Atwood in the Facebook chat, thanks for tuning in. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Ralph, how you doing? Thanks for coming over this way, checking us out. Tell the lady I said howdy.
Even moved by the way.
Just how it goes sometimes. Fold 8,
Although I'm kind of blocking, so let me move him out of the way.
call 9, fold 1,
Pinpoint
fold 2, fold 3.
Didn't split the cards though.
This time. Call 4,
This time.
check 6, and check 7.
Oh, looks like Glenn's going to limp in here with the 6-4 diamonds. David,
Check 6, check 7, check 9, bet 5,
4-way limp pot,
fold 6,
10 high.
fold 7,
David with the best of it.
call 9.
Bets, gets one caller. Glenn turns the gutter ball to go with his second pair.
Call 9.
Calls it. 8 river. David's still with the best of it.
9.
See if he can go for that third street of value.
6.
Nope. Just gonna check it on down here.
Just like I said, if you can get value out of Jack 10 on the rivers like that, you're living right. Would like to see a little $15.
Yeah, something.
A little something.
Little 10 piece. Little nugget. Ryan Suey, thanks for the kind words, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure of it.
And will do.
No, I know. Well, you guys probably support whatever you guys make here anyway, right? For tonight? No? You
Because
don't?
you also got to think there's also value in not showing your hand a lot of times. On these close spots where you can check, back, or bet,
Yeah, with the chip right.
there's also, like I said, if they're just folding, they don't get to see your hand.
Are you guys?
So they don't get that extra information of how you played it that time to add to their memory.
Yep. And when you just check it down, you're actually giving them a lot of information. We want to charge them for that information they're getting. We don't want to just let them know, yeah, we're only going to be betting rivers when we have something better than top pair, right? Because that's
Then they can just fold to all these river bets.
right.
Then they might hustle a little more.
Brian, where you checking in from? You back in the States yet? Last I saw you took off again.
And check 3. Check in the dark from 7. Check 8. Check 3.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not racing. Good.
Ace high flop here, 3 ways. Nobody with it. Couple running queens. Leon with the best hand, 2 pairs still.
Pair.
Checks down.
Shit, man.
It's on you. Thank you.
See if it makes it 15 this round.
Rattle on the book.
I don't even think I have to look at the cards.
I got my call. I got my call ready.
Everyone get out 10. Everyone get out 15. I'm about to raise it.
Oh yeah, you know, I think that's right.
I'll get
Okay,
it.
we'll see what happened.
Every
This
time.
Make it 10 this time, not 15.
Yeah.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Shroud.
Call it.
Call 8.
There you go. Let's go to
Call 9.
Spot to me.
Call 1. Call 2. Raise the 20.
Good, because I didn't want the pressure being the only one to fold on the family pot, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, poker only
He was
in
like,
good
wait.
times we got over here.
I really
Leon's going to raise this straddle pot up to 20 with the mystery hand. He's got 200 behind, putting 10% of his stack in.
All right, let's play along. See if we can guess
Gotta call.
by how he plays.
Kyle's going to make the call with Jack 9.
And we're gonna
Amber's going to lay down the ace. We're going to go to the flop. Heads up. Ace, 8, Jack. Amber would have flopped top and bottom.
No matter what Leon here has here, I would assume he would be c-betting.
call 1.
And he does, and gets called by the Jack.
Checking the dark again from the 1.
Ooh, 9 ball. Giving Kyle 2 pair here.
Kyle did check in the dark there.
Turn went check, check. Brick on the river. Oh, another small bet. Let's size up here. What if Leon has something like ace 10?
Ace king.
Probably got queens. So I like much bigger sizing. Even if Leon folds, I'm okay with it. I don't want him. I want him thinking I could have been bluffing. So maybe later he'll call me because he thinks, man, this guy keeps betting big numbers to me on the river. So even when we don't get called, it's not like we're losing. Like we can still profit later from that lack of information that we're giving out.
Make you get stuck.
Yeah, you're just missing out on a lot of value with a 2 pair. And I mean, there's a lot of times you're not. I mean, not a lot of times, but there's going to be times you're not good with those 2 pair. But you should be betting that in these games.
He back there splitting the cards over there. So when they get
Don't
over
have a
there,
problem owning yourself every once in a while.
And we can have bet folds on rivers. We can't. We're not only betting rivers when we know our hands best. Sometimes it's borderline, and we're like, yeah, well, I'm going to bet it anyways because there are hands worse that can call. And when they raise, we got no problem just folding.
And he went 20 into 105 on the river.
Call 8.
Ooh, very small.
Now we gotta raise $9 from the 1 seat. Call 3. Call 4. Hold 8. Call 9.
Kyle's going to raise his dead man's hand at 9 here.
Check 9.
Top pair for Glenn, bottom pair for Leon,
20
middle
bucks.
pair for the original raiser. David in here with a little gutty.
Kyle's going to fire right out 20.
Leon lets his go. A little too much there for David to chase his gutter ball.
Call 9 where it's up.
Of course, Glenn calls with top pair here.
Check 9. And check
Got a weak kicker. He's going to go ahead and check over for pot control. Kyle checks back.
9.
Jack on the river. Check, check.
King.
Check 1.
I would have liked to see a check or a bet by there out of Glenn. Again, you get check 2 twice. You got top pair. You got to try to get some value.
Something good.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all night. Sometimes we can bet the king deuce and get called by a better king, and that's not a problem. You know, if we're trying to never ever get caught, we're being too cautious.
You got over here. There, I got 2 of them.
I can do all 300.
I got 200.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Well, I got 1. So here's 1 for you.
JT Jack saying never a 5x 3 bet unless you have maniac calling stations. So every table GT Jack is at 5x his 3 bets. 5x him
Yeah, he's referring to
himself.
I'm not sure who said it, but 3 to 5x. I'd say 3x is your baseline in position. If you're going to go 5, you need to be out of position. out of position, you can size up a bit. But I wouldn't go 5X in position, a little large, even in a deep stack game.
7 is bet from 4. 6 folds.
Unless you're super, super deep and there's, I mean, if it's a maniacal game, like, of course, the baselines are out the window.
Fold 2. And call 3.
King of Deuces says I'm never too scared with King Deuce in my hand.
I wouldn't imagine.
I could see that.
David's going to raise it to 7 here with the King 9 of Hearts.
Check 1.
Smaller raise could be like we were talking about earlier, how you were sizing your raises based on your hand. We've seen others raise to 12 a lot, 10, $7 more like a speculative raise. Kind of want to see a flop. Not all players, obviously, but that is one thing you can pick on.
Absolutely, something you can notice at these small stakes. A lot of players, I would say more than not, choose the sizing by the strength of their hand instead of the range of their hand. And you can pick on that, 3-bet it, or stay out of the way when it's the larger raises, or come along when it's a large pre-flop raise, and then you know when you hit that gin flop, you can go for max value because the guy has a bigger hand because he opened larger pre-flop. All this information can be used against them.
Ooh, looks like Wes going to wake up with some kings here, early position.
12 4. 12 is the bet from 6. 7 folds, 8 folds.
Going to go ahead and raise it up to 12 here.
1 fold, 2 folds, and 3 folds.
4 folds. I'll fold again.
I'm good.
Oh, nobody had anything to come along. You hate to see it.
Raise and take with kings, yeah. Thought we might get the Queen 8 of Hearts in there, but we didn't.
Yeah, King of Deuce, there is obviously some reverse tells with good players, so you got to watch out for them.
Fold 6.
Obviously, this is all player dependent. You got to pay attention to what they're showing down.
Jamie going to raise the Ace 5 of Hearts. Kyle going to come along with the King Jack. Amber going to call from the button with a couple of mystery cards. Leon going to come along from the small blind, Ace 8 offsuit. And David going to let go of the Queen trash in the big. 5 ways to the flop. King high, King 6-4, 2 spades. Kyle jumps out and takes the presumed lead. Of course, we don't know Amber's hand.
She is calling a bet here,
20.
so
She does. She makes a call.
she's got a little something.
We're going to go heads up here to the turn. It's a jack. Kyle now improving to 2 pair. Kyle really making some hands.
I like not slowing down here.
20 is the bet.
Absolutely. Those 2 spades out there.
Another small bet, however. He is the master of this small 3-bet,
20.
small turn bet,
Looks
small
like
river
he's going to
bet.
get raised here. She makes it 40. Interesting.
She may be perceiving it as weakness. She may have,
I feel like they could have the same hand.
very well could.
I don't know what 1 pair type hand she'd be raising right here. She would have.
Potentially pocket 4s, pocket 6s. Some kings 4, kings 6 suited, even though there's only
Yeah, but we
one of those
Yeah.
left
and it's a
on the button.
super minimum raise, just 20 more. Oh, it was to 50, not 40. So it was 30 more.
6.
River goes check, check.
I thought you had hit that 6 on the river. I was like, I'm not falling for
What is she
that.
showing here?
Whoa,
She wins. It goes check, check, she wins.
what did she have?
It looked like she showed jacks.
That casual check.
No, because she said she was worried about the 6 on the river.
For quads? What?
We're baffled.
The bet was the raise.
Amber did win the hand.
Just in case the river didn't work out.
Maybe she had 2 aces. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
That was a good raise on the turn.
Eights don't win, Gigawatt. What are you talking about?
Little.
You bet $10 more on my
Fold
That's
7.
what I thought. I was like, yeah, I can't just minutes. So let me just
4-4, no, because 4-4.
Yeah, 4-4
She
would've
said
been
she
a
was
vote.
afraid of the 6, and 4-4 beats a 6. I guess ace. I guess she just flatted.
She thought she maybe could have counterfeited. Her boat might have been counterfeited with a 6.
Call 1. Call 2. Call 3.
Oh, well. Guess we'll never know.
Interesting.
cards didn't meet up to your expectations.
Glenn got the best hand in poker here, Queen 10. Going to raise it to 12.
RJ Chase says he had ace-king board paired on the end. Yeah, but that board paired, kings and 6s with an ace aren't as good as kings and jacks, so king-jack would have still beat ace-king.
22.
I'm going to go with likely graphics mix-up. She may have had the king-jack, but that's pure speculation on my part.
All right. Glenn flopping top pair here. Going to c-bet it. Kyle with the gutter ball. Leon, a worse top pair. And Amber again, got to get her to work on this card placement.
Call 2.
She's going to come along as well. We go 4 ways to this flop. No one let go into their hands.
All right, 22 a man. We got a nice pot brewing.
6 of clubs changes nothing for the hands we can see. Glenn has been aggressive with his hands all night. Going to continue betting into 4 people after getting called. 75, a little over half pot.
Kyle picks up a double gutter now. Any 7 or 10 gives him a straight. Thinking about coming along. How much does he have?
He's got 460 left, so he's still pretty deep.
He's going to lay it down.
Might have a little less.
Yeah, it looks like he's only got a little less than 3.
Yeah.
That is a significant portion of a $250 stack.
Absolutely.
And it's not
And 2
really
people behind
enough
you as well.
to get the guy to fold even.
2
Can't-
people behind you as
can't
well.
even
It's
turn
probably
into a
just a
bluff.
fold. For someone like me, it's a painful fold. For most people, it's an easy fold. Because there's no scenario where you can win if you fold the hand. Basically.
Call 3.
Leon going to turn his hand into a...
Leon, well, he picks up.
Oh, he just does call.
Picks
Sorry.
up a gut shot, so he's going to continue as well. Ace on the river.
Now let's see what Glenn chooses to do here after being called twice on the flop and the turn. The turn did bring some backdoor club draw.
Yeah, that's,
So he
that's
could be
definitely
beat.
something to be worried about.
Ace
5
5,
of
ace 8 of
clubs
clubs.
would be rough.
But they check through. I think Glenn might gonna take it down.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All the players is gone. I was looking.
I was thinking about betting 200, but I thought
And I
somebody was
would've
playing
folded
slow play with a
instantaneously.
set. They tried to trap it.
Four.
Wow,
Amber had a
that
queen
is like
4 that hand. So they all had the
But I don't
queen.
think you
All
guys
the
gonna
queens
go
are out.
200 for bluff.
Definitely
like I said, best hand in poker, Queen 10.
I'm gonna put my queen.
Glenn saying he was going to bet 200 on that river.
I had the
thought
low
somebody had the
kicker.
two
I guess he's saying if the ace didn't come, I don't think Amber was going to be calling 200 with her queen 4.
Yeah, I hit a double gut shot draw.
Or Leon, but you never know.
If I check,
I do kind of like the mystery cards as well,
I
King
had
of
a, I
Deuce.
had a gut shot straight to
But I would also want to see them at the end of the hand.
Yeah, I want to know what it is. We're so perplexed at that one hand.
we have to have the mystery revealed at some point.
Right, they gotta show it to us.
Then I would have been out there.
I know,
It all happened
when they
for a
called me twice, I
reason.
said, this is no good. I want to put myself in lock. But 2 players is hard to get through. If they had a set,
20 is
it's
the
just this to make a win.
Amber raises it up to 5 with one of those fun hands, 8-5 of clubs. Leon says, I got a real hand, ace-10 offsuit, let's make it 20.
Call 7.
David says, I got queen-jack suited, I'm in. On the button.
All the suited cards are coming along. 5 ways to this flop. Let's get some spiciness.
Check. 6, check.
9, 8, 3 rainbow.
Check 2.
Lots of backdoors.
Amber does have the 8.
Check 3.
Gutter ball for David as well with the backdoor clubs.
Check 3.
Looks like he's going to check through. No one's super comfortable.
Wouldn't mind betting that button if I'm David.
That could give us some action here. Second heart.
Certainly will.
Gives Wes a lot of outs. He's going to go ahead and lead here. 40 into 140.
Let's see what Leon does with his 10.
40 into 100, I'm sorry.
He's going to make the call. And we know David won't be folding.
Yeah, you're not super comfortable because you kind of want to raise to protect your hand, but you know you're just never getting through. So you're just kind of at the mercy of calling. And when you call, that's the river you want to see.
Check 6.
It's the exact river you want to see. Wes slows down. He missed his big draw.
Leon picking another weird time to make a bluff.
125 is a bet from Luke.
He's picking good boards to bluff on, just not necessarily picking the right spots on those boards with the way that he's played the hand. Because you not only have to tell your story right, you have to read the story the other people are telling.
Yeah, if this were a heads-up pot, I like the river bet, but with the guy behind you, when he overcalls, his most likely hand is a jack, especially since you have a 10. You have the open-end card that you would like him to have. So when that turn gets overcalled by the button, I mean, and the river comes a third jack, you got to think that's his most likely holding is a jack. Not good enough to raise the turn, certainly too good to fold. And it's going to be tough to get, it's impossible to get trip jack to fold there on that river for just one bet.
That hand probably worked out as well as David could have imagined. Mixes the flop, checks with the gutter ball, doesn't have to pay anything, and gets paid off on the river without even having to bet.
Easy peasy. Just called.
Yeah, just 2. Check 7.
That also brings one of those deep meta interesting spots about raising the jack there, because the other player didn't have that much left behind. So you're pricing him in to call with worse hands that normally you wouldn't be raising just trips with, but now aces are having to call your all-ins, potentially worse jack. They're obviously calling, but you know, you're pricing these worse hands in to call these river bets when that's not normally a hand you would be raising river. So I would have thought about it a little bit, potentially raise there.
My only concern,
player behind you
in that spot, is the guy that checked.
Right.
Is the guy that checked, because now we have to make it at least 250. Even if the guy only has 60 more, he bet 125. We have to make it 250.
Right. Definitely, it's hard to do that in the multi-way pot.
And
it's definitely just a call, but
let's think about this as well.
that's more of a heads up for
right,
sure.
Yeah, and the guy who checked the river can easily have a boat. He led big on the turn. He checked the flop, led big on the turn, and then checked the river like when he, air quotes, boated up.
Yeah, definitely not going to do it there in a four-way pot, but that is something to think about in hands where.
Oh, if they were heads up, I would say yeah, we got to raise and try to get the rest of it. Even if he's got his beat with a straight or a boat, we're fine giving him the 60 or 70 more. But the times he has 2 pair, a worse jack, I mean, you never know, because he's got 70% of his chips in there. He's got to continue with so much.
Straddle on the button.
Here comes the 15. Get the 15 ready, boys and girls.
All right, we got another button straddle here this hand. They're making fun of Hunter because he's raised a 15 every time. There's been a button straddle.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Now he's all kinds of
Picked up a lot of suited face cards.
I like his consistency.
He doesn't know what's going on.
And the sizing is the same.
12 is the bet.
Legendary.
There you go. He ain't leave you hanging.
4, fold 6.
I know that he's raising.
Oh, Leon's been listening to my videos. Queen 10, raising to 12.
So he was the guy. He's your one view.
But it was 2 views, but he viewed it twice.
That's right. He's got it down now.
Jamie waking up with kings here.
Uh-oh, bad news for Leon as he flops a queen. And he's only got a buck. Probably looks like he's got about a $1.05 left.
And he's just shipping it here.
I can beat a queen.
Jamie gonna quickly call.
He's going to say he can beat a queen.
Gonna be a queen. And not gonna happen. Jamie's king's gonna take down this one.
Oh, he's going to choose it.
Welcome to all the new viewers over there on YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for joining us at Jacksonville, Florida, 2-2 deep stack game. $500 max buy-in. I'm Eric, 1K Steinball, here joined with Big Eddie. Big Eddie Muskowski. Oh my goodness, I'm out of it tonight.
It's tough. Marskoski.
I already said it right once.
Yeah, that really should be it. You shouldn't be required to say it any more than that. Exactly. I was going to ask Jordan, but he's already said it once as well.
Make sure if you're new, hit that follow button, subscribe.
Yeah, when the queen came, I was like, I think I should. Like I didn't believe you were the king, and then the queen came, and I was like,
All right, our drawing and our giveaway trivia questions tonight will be at 9:30 on Twitch, 10 o'clock on Facebook chat. Make sure you're logged onto those to be able to win.
Get you some best bet swag.
Free swag. If you want to come win it for yourself, come on down. Got $300 high hands. I'm sorry, $400 high hands every 30 minutes tonight until midnight. We're open till 4 a.m. Lots of action.
Nope. Call 2. Call 3. Fold 4. Fold 6.
I still can't believe all three of y'all did that queen in that way.
That was crazy.
Got a couple
That was crazy, yeah.
limpers here this hand.
14 is
Looks like Leon's going to come back in for a full buy-in.
Fold 1.
Maybe just 400. Leon buys in 400.
Raise and take it here.
Pretty much on that cycle. It's the big handle. Nobody had an 8. In my head, I was chanting like 5 of hearts and 5 clubs. Like, cool stuff. Good enough. Good enough.
Uh-oh, we found one. Good as watch.
Fold 4. Fold 6. Fold 7. Fold 8. Check.
Glenn picking up the 2 kings now.
He's building a wall around those cards over there. I like it.
All right, 3 players.
He decides to just limp the button with the kings.
Don't know.
Getting a little too fancy here.
Check 1.
What do you
2.
What do you?
Ace, Jack, 10 flop. Gonna get checked around.
Another 10, another bad card for Glenn.
Yeah, just
Max value here with the king.
2 kings gonna get checked all the way to the river. Let's put something out there.
You have to show it. And you have to show it.
Come on, you gotta bet this river. How could your
Just so
hand
you
not
don't
be
have to
good?
show it as well.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want them to know you just limped kings.
Definitely don't want them to know you just open limp the button with king.
I was looking for the rest of the
I can't believe you didn't put a little bet out there.
Neither can he. He's leaving the table.
Just so unlikely that they would have slow played 3 10s or even an ace that whole time. But they may have hit the 9 on the river and called 5, you know, something. Enough money to tip the dealer.
I mean, if you're slow playing the kings there, you're just trying to let somebody hit something so that you can win. So you've got to bet to hope they hit something. So just because you don't think they're going to call doesn't mean you shouldn't bet all the time.
That's yours, by the way.
Dealer change here, bringing Adonis back in. You know what that means. Straddle pot.
Bomb pot.
Yeah, bomb pot. Spicy. Max Payne time. Bomb pot.
Bomb pots are our most interesting pots tonight.
You can't say that word in airports. On an airplane.
That's right, you can. I've seen it in a movie.
Wait, hold on. Bring that. You can bring that. Thank you, Billy. Put in the tanks.
All right, all 8 players in for 10. Well, actually, looks like Glenn stepped away, so we're going to have 7 players in for 10 a man.
Man, how can he walk away for the bomb pot?
Congregating like ants.
Cheapo, trying to save that 10.
Let's get the show on the road.
Just steaming that his kings were checked all the way down.
Well, he's the one that checked them.
2 o'clock we go.
All right. From what we see, we can already find some pseudo connectors. Spice potential for this flop.
The 2, the 3. Check full.
Looks like we do got a flop out there.
Yeah, when you get these bomb pots, it's hard for the action tracker to catch up right away.
Because the dealer goes straight to the...
Yeah, he has to manually enter all the hands as well.
Right.
So a little fly through here.
A couple 10 Dewey. Looks like this one was shown down.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Exactly. I was going for the nut lock.
West threw one bet out there. Everybody folded.
30 into 70
Just in case it's 10.
with his 10. That's tough there because you got everything.
Yeah.
Even players with a deuce aren't really going to call 30. Wouldn't have mind seeing a check and let somebody pair up on the turn.
Yeah, that's specific flop. There are some flops you're going to want to be betting trips with. Multi-ways, that's not one of them.
Right. 10-10 deuce.
And you had 10 8 of spades, so you did have one. The back door is covered. Got to let somebody catch up something.
Yeah, let a queen come up there and somebody pay you off a street or two with a queen 7.
They're actually all giving you a pat on the back for that aces fold. That's a pretty good fold. They like that. Small blind there, you're going to be first up. Fold 6. Yeah, they like it. They're like, ooh, good fold. Fold 7.
They didn't think it was going to do it.
Oh, thank you. I saved money. That's what I'm saying.
You had it.
Who won it? $10. Oh, you?
Hunter going to raise it up to 10 here with the ace jack.
The legend.
Another 30 minutes then.
Amber in here on the button with steel wheels hand, the jack 9.
I like it. See how it fares. Adonis in the box as well. You know, he's a jack 9 proponent.
Oh, yeah. Going to get the ace high flop here for Hunter. 2 spades.
15 from the 8.
That's 15 into 44 ways.
I like the sizing.
Yeah, I might feel like all the weaker aces are going to continue, all the straight draws are going to continue to 20, so I might push a little more, but
No, I
15,
like,
20,
I like
nothing
it.
more than that.
I like it because when we don't have an ace, we can also bet 15, and when we get called, we're losing less.
Still not me. I didn't throw it in.
Check 2 on the button after we open 3.
I stand by my
Or not on the button, but in position.
The shit went that way.
Nope.
All the way behind you. At least mine in front of me.
Okay, 2 to play. 7 folds. Raise 10 from the 8. Fold 9. Fold 2. Fold 3.
We're about halfway through our stream here tonight, for us at least.
Heads up.
Thanks for joining us. 2-2 deep stack, Jacksonville, Florida. Heads up to this flop.
Check 4.
Hunter with the mystery hand, he opened pre-flop to 10.
Oh, Carly.
Defended by David in the small.
4 from the 8.
Sometimes when they stack their cards like that before they spread them out, the chips stack on each other and they don't get properly read. So
Yeah, the best way for the card readers to read the card is both separated in the box fully, separated fully. David now turns open-ender with his 7. And Hunter's going to
21 from the 8.
double barrel here. 21 now. He bet 12 on the flop and was check called. David can't go anywhere with his open-ender now.
no, that's definitely one of the better turn cards for us, so we're going to continue.
Call 4. Heads up to the
Poker Nemo says Max Payne waiting on the swag from last week answer.
4 of hearts on this river.
Oh, I like this lead from David.
You could definitely have the sets here, the 2 pairs, backdoor flush.
Yeah, our hand should be a flush. We can even get top pairs to fold here. We can get over pairs to fold here if we size correctly enough. He does go large 50 into 88. We don't know Hunter's hand here, but at this point, we're assuming he has at least a jack.
All in from the 8.
He jambos.
Yeah, he does raise it up here.
Looks like Hunter went backdoor hearts.
How much?
Just push it all.
Maybe he's got Jack X heart heart, or maybe he just has a hand like
wanted you to push it all
Ace
out
10 of
there.
hearts, Ace 8 of hearts.
David asks how much,
I just wanted to.
just to get Hunter to push it out, and as soon as he does, snap it.
You'll never know.
Don't worry.
He's like, now you're gonna win. I'm taking it away. He's like, I'm taking
Pretty
it
sure
away
it was
from
a
you.
flush.
As soon as you started putting
Pretty
it out, it's the phone.
crazy.
Yeah, but it's the first time we've seen Hunter
With a
put
hat too. I didn't see. I'm thinking like, oh my
significant
god.
amount of chips in the pot.
I gotta give him a little bit of.
And it lines up to where backdoor flush draw.
Jack high flop as well, see bet.
You can go 3 streets.
100 you would.
No, I was on a straight flop.
Lots of hearts for
It was
him.
a straight bluff.
All right,
just
Not a
I
straight
I thought you said
draw.
straight drunk.
And David has been relatively snug too, so it would be a little
So yeah, something.
Yeah, I know.
risky to be trying to bluff another guy who's been super snug.
Raise 11, so fold in the 8, raise 11 from the 9.
And we're going to pick up 2 9s, raise it up to 11.
And Glenn raised.
Excuse
Amber's
me.
just going to call here.
Fold 3, fold 4,
Yeah, Glenn opened Ace 9. Amber calls with the 2 9s.
raise. How much?
Jamie going to re-raise from the big blind. Looks like he makes it 44. Choosing the 4X out of position.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Fold from the 2. Sorry. Yeah, from the 2. Heads up. From the 7. Call.
Jamie continues with 45 on this 8 high flop. Amber not going to go anywhere with her overpair.
Yeah, definitely not the 1 bet.
Jamie going to continue again. Looks like the battle of 10s or jacks versus 9s. He puts her all in. Or excuse me, he bets 65. She goes all in. He calls.
Oh, you have to
And
grade
I
them?
think
Yeah, I think he just has a ace king,
ace
maybe
queen.
ace queen.
I think he hit a queen on the turn. C-bet the flop with ace high.
Yep, looks that way.
So we do on the flop, and then the turn killed me.
Terrible turn for Amber there.
She could have check raised him all in on the flop.
I think that's the play with 2 9s. When you call such a big number pre-flop and your stack's so short, you should call.
The hand that's not
20%
going to
of the
come,
stack.
the board's not going to come out too often good for you. You're not going to improve any more from that point. So if you're going to call and you only have 100 and change behind,
Right. Call 45 and you only got, say, what you
20
have?
behind, 160 behind.
It wasn't a split. I can't tell who's split. I don't know, Billy. I was instructed to go very slow.
It's like Amber's gonna.
Because you're going to get stuck in a spot like that. Another overcard comes on turn. You're like, now I'm basically committed.
Right, and then you feel like it was your fault. Had you raised the flop, ace high would have folded.
Ooh, he wants you to deal it.
He said my turn.
And it's honestly, it's unlikely if
That's what you do.
if Jamie bricks that turn, if he doesn't hit it, he's just going to slow down because Amber just called 45. You know, she's put $90 over a $200 stack in there, a $250 stack. So even like it's hard, you can't even play it as
It's a bluff catcher.
well. Not you
Well, at
can't,
that point,
you can't even play it deceptively because he's just not going to be firing a lot of turns unless he has it or hits it. Okay, Glenn, 2 kings gonna limp under the gun. Let's see what happens.
he tried limping on the button. Let's see how limping under the gun works.
Jamie makes it 10 from the small blind. Hunter quickly calls with his queen 10 suited. Now
As he should.
the trap has been laid. Here come the raisin chips.
Raising the 9.
See, this would have been really nice not to have to show those kings limping earlier.
That's right.
Folding 2.
And you could be doing this with your full range still.
Had he just bet $5 on the river, that information wouldn't be out there. But if any of these players were watching that hand, they would know, okay, this guy's capable of doing some tricky limps with big hands.
Jamie does come along. We go heads up to the flop. Ace 4-4, 1 heart. Jamie does have the back doors. Glenn slows down.
Checking the 7. Checking the 9.
And Glenn's going to take this one.
Checking the 7.
Let's see if
Put a
Glenn
bet out
finally
there,
goes
Glenn.
for value here.
Don't let him know what you limp raised with. That's something.
Yeah, your hand's almost all the time going to be good here. And you've got to be targeting value for all these hands that called your 3-bet. All these pocket pairs that could just be paying you off.
And this is a great board for 7s through 10s, right? Like 7s through queens, really. Jamie should have most of those hands. It's hard for him to have an ace because it's one check all the way. It's hard for him to have a king because we have 2 of them. So his most likely hands are literally pocket pairs and sometimes queen jack suited, or like that's it. Not a lot of big Broadway cards in that spot. So I would definitely have liked to see river value bet.
Yeah, you see that little pointy thing.
We keep talking about that river value.
Yeah, that's where the money's made.
Oh yeah, if you have $5 up, it's $1,000.
And that's why I'm not a proponent of folding, because you can't win it if you ain't in it.
How do you get river value if you fold the flop? Explain that to me.
Or pre-flop.
Can't do it.
We got a button straddle here. Hunter picking up the rockets in the small
He
blind.
makes it 15 just like he had been, and everyone says, yep, that's his move.
But he's waking up with the beast this time. Folds all the way around. Only the button calls. Oh, Wes is also in there with his suited connectors. So we got a couple spades, a couple clubs, and a couple rockets. Let's see what happens.
There's another one. Top set here for Hunter. Not much else out there. Wes does have a 4.
And less than 1% to win.
Less than 1%. You never want to see that.
So he's leading out.
Did you hit the flush because the RFID didn't show? I just figured that was
It's like some players are talking about the hand
The
where
jack high hand.
no the flush or where Hunter went all in on Daniel. Daniel went and checked the stream and said, "Oh, the graphics didn't show, so I don't know." We went back to find out. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. Wes does fire 20 at this pot, and Hunter goes for a small raise. Oh, 3x to 60.
Yeah, Wes can't continue here.
Yeah, not even.
Like I said,
Not even for a min raise. This is.
7 deuce.
It was a ambitious lead to say the least.
Yeah, no clubs either on the flop.
Hunter shows the rockets, top set.
He said, no, I'm
Easy
not playing
game.
that game. No, I know that because then heart hits.
I'm not playing that game.
Keep in mind, Twitch at 9:30, we're going to have a swag giveaway, and
Oh, wait, you're talking
10 o'clock on Facebook.
Oh, I hit the flush. Did you hit the flush? That's what the commentators, they were like, yeah, you had to have hit the
That's what
flush.
you
I had top pair and the flush draw. I had Okay.
Todd Herlong says, poor commentator, we need Kaplan. I agree, we do need Kaplan.
That guy's also legendary.
Legendary.
Hunter did just confirm what we had suspected. He flopped top pair, backdoored the flush.
Here we go.
So we played the mystery hand properly. We read it right. We would have made the right fold.
See, we had a nice little family thing.
So Jamie's going to raise up this hand to 16 with ace queen.
Call on the 3. Call. 3-way action. Leon, you're first up.
3 ways. Jinx. Whoa, whoa, take it easy.
We're hanging out too much.
Yeah, we need to take a couple weeks off or something.
See you Saturday.
But we're still going camping tomorrow, right?
Yeah. All right, ace high flop here. Jamie going to c-bet. Nobody for anything else. Complete brick. Takes it down.
Yeah. Because now they
will believe you, right?
Yeah.
Final table, 2-2 deep right here with 500 max buy and 1 minimum. Our normal 2-2 game here in Best Bet is the 300 max, so this got a little deeper for you guys. Our next live stream is this Saturday, 5/10/25, no limit. Be live at 6 p.m., a little earlier for you guys.
That's right. I got a sneak peek of that lineup, and it looks juicy. I am excited and ready to see the fireworks coming Saturday night. 5/10/25, no limit.
Don't worry, Todd. We knew you were joking.
This one yet.
Have you listened to us? Just kidding, just kidding. But we knew you were joking. Thanks for joining us, bud. Couple limps here. Looks like it's going to stay that way. Blinds check it.
This is a $2 bump pot.
Queen
One
eye,
of the
couple
players
hearts.
joked, said this is a $2 bomb pot. We get 6 limpers here.
I was forced in his hand. I just want to let that know. I was forced in his hand.
See the chips up there at my home card room. Looks like a dog got into the cashier's cage.
Looks like Jamie's going ahead and lead out here with top pair.
Just so I wouldn't.
David comes along with his flush draw. Turns a gutter to go along with his. Same gutter for both of them, actually. Jamie doesn't want it. Jamie getting a little over 3-1 comes along. Or David, I'm sorry. Ricks the river. See if he just check folds or he tries to get creative. Nope, just going to give it up.
Absolutely nothing.
After getting called twice, Jamie's going to check that weak queen back and take it down. Don't worry, King of Juice. George will definitely be in that game.
Yep, George and his 30K will be there.
I've only got 1K.
Not registering.
It's not fair.
No.
George is 30 times the man you are.
Strong.
No, this one's all done.
His beard is 30 times as big as well.
It is at least.
So how much is a whole bag?
Honestly, I don't know, but I think it's expensive.
I know they are.
I would think it's absolutely.
In the Facebook Nader, we got $400 high hands every 30 minutes tonight till midnight. So you still got a few hours to come up here and get in on that action.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's so cheap.
I was thinking at least 150. I was thinking at least 150 to 200.
Yeah, because we use those RFID scanners. I work on the server at Disney. We use to like scan the magic bands for plans and stuff like that.
Yeah, my mom works on those too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Straddle on the button.
Disney don't care.
Here's what Disney don't care.
Disney don't care.
They got too much money.
They got
Google's of it.
they're good.
This is why.
Got a button straddle here. Action's going to be on Amber in the small blind with 2 black 10s.
All right, finally a big hand for her. See how she does it.
Raise it up to 15, it looks like.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. No.
Sorry, see when I started, my bad.
So it's raised to 15 from the 2.
Flood of folds.
Yeah, I was gonna make it 20, but I thought 15.
My bad.
Comments.
I started that. That's my fault.
All the way back around to the button.
So it's heads up.
Can we get somebody to control the table over here?
Calls, heads up with 6s.
Order.
Jack 3. We should be going to the turn. Amber's going to continue for 20. Kyle quickly grabbing the call. To the turn we go.
Just throw the river out there.
Another low card. Going to be hard for Kyle to find a fold. He goes check on the turn. Amber got a bomb.
Gotta bet this river.
No, Amber checks the river as well.
I mean, if I'm Kyle and it's checked me on that river, I'm probably betting to try to get called by ace high.
Ain't no probably about it. 100%. Interesting.
The 10s should definitely be betting there.
And then when checked to, the 6s should definitely be betting there.
Coming, so like,
As it is, Kyle saves some money and Amber
Jacks came and blocked,
just
which was bigger than
We'll
mine.
take it down. She'll
loses
take it
a
down.
little value she could have got.
I just hate
Does
it.
win the pot nonetheless.
Depends on how much the bet was.
They're talking about it right now. She was saying I almost bet that river. She said she might fold depending on how much he bet.
If I feel like I'm not.
Fold 6.
I would have been folding for 0%.
Well, yeah, I mean, she checked it, so we knew she actually was afraid of a jack. Hunter picking up aces again. Hard racking. It's going to raise it up to 10. Glenn's going to come along with queen 10. Kyle's going to make a loose call here from the cutoff with queen 5.
I think we call that one a speculative.
Super speculative.
Amber with another button.
David
Mystery
come along
hand.
with the king queen and flops a king.
Could get expensive for David. 2 clubs out here, $50 bet. I would like a and a king 10. I would go on the bigger side here. That's a pretty wet board for calling range.
Especially in a 5-way pot. Very unlikely that this bet is going to get through, so you can size up somewhat. because there's just so many hands that can hit this flop and have to continue at least one streak.
Yeah, I'm probably going about 70% pot or so on this flop. Clubs get there right away. David does have the queen of clubs.
See how Hunter plays this. David has been one of the more solid, snug players at the table. Yeah, I don't blame him for being a little worried about that third club. But if he's checked 2 on the river, I would definitely be betting. Looks like David's going to try to get a little value out of his king, which is completely understandable.
I think Hunter's just going to quickly call, not going to raise since he checked the turn, which he does.
See, I think in Hunter's position right there, David bet 35 into 100. All these guys have been betting small. Like all night, they've been on the small side. But with aces, you got to consider putting the raise in, because a lot of David's hands are a king. Like, that's exactly how a king should play. He should have called from the big blind with his Broadway king, hit the king, check called the flop, checked it over to him on the turn, and then when the when the original raiser checks back the turn, you should fire a bet out on the river. So knowing that that's how a king should play their hand, we got to be put a little raise in with aces sometimes, or at least give it thought. Don't just snap. We're like, oh no, I'm never raising here. We want to find the small little spots for extra value.
Yeah, we're on same page as you, Danny. We're working for some bigger bets here the second half of the night. Hopefully they're listening to us. All right, Twitch chat, get ready for that giveaway. 2 more minutes here at 9:30. We're going to have the keyword ! Max Payne. Throw that in the chat at 9:30. We'll tell you exactly when. Just get ready. 2 more minutes. Don't do it yet. Don't forget the exclamation point at the beginning. Your chance to win $25 food voucher.
Oh,
this week.
A little better than swag. I would have took the night off and tried to win it had I known that, Jordan.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. Turn card.
Come get you some sushi. World famous sushi here at both best bet locations.
Ace here on the turn. Amber and Leon both pick it up. Should be chopping unless one decides to get out of here. Kyle with the no pair, no draw, bets into both of them. Not the best spot. 3 clubs completely blank. Didn't work on the turn, probably won't work on the river. He agrees.
Isn't the best river to continue on after you're getting called in 2 spots on the turn. And we're going to go ahead and try to get a little value out of her ace, I wonder. No, looks like Leon's got the calling chips in his hand. Not one to fold an ace here.
Can't fold an ace.
Even one as bad as ace 4.
Showdown.
Choppy, choppy. All right, it's that time. Go ahead and start that giveaway. Keep entering it. We're going to be randomizing that winner. Go ahead and start, guys. Exclamation point Max Payne.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
There they come. They want that $25 food voucher.
Oh yeah, Nars jumped from YouTube all the way to Twitch to do it.
The jig is up. He's caught.
Strong. Well played, sir.
Caught red-handed.
That's just for the Twitch chat site and the Facebook. Y'all will have a trivia question in 30 minutes at 10 p.m.
I like the DC guy. I like that. Still, Marvel makes better movies. 8 folds. I mean, DC had a chance.
Glenn's going to wake up here with a pocket 5s.
And I have a DC fan.
So they missed their chance.
Yeah,
Crazy Daisy.
just got on that train.
Small one, $7.
The first Marvel
just had a plan.
The most first Marvel was what?
Blade.
They about to remake it too. They're remaking it, Blade.
Yeah, they're going to remake Blade.
Amber just flatting here with the ace queen. Invites Leon to come along with the worse ace.
As I said, Marvel just got on the train too soon. DC could have, like...
They had a plan.
They did.
I mean,
It was smart too.
DC kept going back to Batman and Superman. They're like,
West getting spicy here. 3-betting the 7 deuce.
They came up with a
37 with the 7 Dewey.
Call 1. Call 2, I'm sorry.
Amber, quick calls, ace queen. Leon with the calling chips in hand as well.
if they had a plan.
He ain't going to be going anywhere. Already stuck a buy in. looking to get it back right here.
Can't win if you ain't in it.
That's right.
Let's do another one. Right?
And another. And another.
3 players.
3 ways. $1.20 in the middle. Let's see if Wes can pull it off with the 7 deuce.
3 players in.
Great flop for it. Jack 8-5 rainbow.
Everyone else missed. So
Not a pair out there,
I think this is gonna work, and he's definitely got to show this.
except for the pair of cojones right here.
This is pretty good.
Wes gonna fire out 55.
And that should work, and he's ready.
Got 2 quick folds. He grabbed them like he was gonna show.
He does.
He does show the 7 Dewey.
The new one pays more homage to the comics.
All right, go
In his suit,
Nice.
get this game out of the muck, boys.
He must have been listening to us too. Get some 3-betted in. Get some spiciness, aggression. Let's go.
Somebody's texting him.
I hope DC does a little bit better than what they're doing. They got
Kim Deuces says it's not even suited.
That means you have 2 flush draws.
Suited, he would have just came along and seen a flop. Offsuit. Tree bet.
Once Avengers started, it was kind of just over. Like Avengers was it. You know
It
what I'm saying?
was tough to talk.
Like
Well, that's when they were like,
All right, enough with the Max Payne. We have a
Yeah,
winner.
exactly. And then Justice League was bad.
It
should've been
wasn't
so
enough.
much
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
They do.
Congrats, final table 13.
There.
Final table 13. You are the new proud owner of $25 food voucher. Good at any of the best bet locations.
he said he was just kind of like this.
Final table, check your DMs. We'll be in contact with you shortly.
Yeah, like he could have been cool.
He should have been sold. Like the mother
David
box
gonna
technology
pop up
and
the
all
pocket 5s to 7 here.
that.
Wes gonna peel from the button with the king 8 of
Me
spades.
too. Me too.
And you can't 3-bet now. Gonna get no respect.
All right.
Button or no button.
We'll see that. That Batman has to do something.
Couple 7s and a 4 on this flop. 5 still best hand.
No.
The numbers they did on just the Avengers alone.
Definitely want to be betting this here for both value and protection. Don't want to let these overcards just peel for free.
Yeah, I think in the top 10 grossing movies domestic.
A lot of aces, suited aces. King's going to be continuing. Not necessarily on this paired board, but
Not a lot of better flops than 7-7-4 when you raise pocket 5s.
Should be close.
So I think
does make that C-bet, takes it down.
Endgame and Black Panther are all in the top 10 of all time.
I feel like Black Panther is.
It's Titanic and
No, domestic.
domestic. No, Titanic and Avatar. And then Black Panther.
Oh yeah, it's another couple.
No, I'm sorry. Star Wars Episode 7.
You are watching Best Bet Live. I'm Eddie Marskoski here with Eric 1K Steinball. This is 2-2 no limit, $500 max buy-in. We are in Jacksonville, Florida. This is on a 15-minute delay. Other than that, this is live. This happened all 15 minutes ago. These players are still playing as we speak.
We are joining you here in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Excellent time with us. Jamie's going to raise up the button to 16 with the ace-10 off.
All right, Amber's starting to get that love in the chats again. That's about how time last week she started going on a run. She started getting that love in the chat.
That's right. You know, she had a
second half of the game.
slow start and then came back and started crushing. She's looking to do the exact same thing here tonight. You see her in here with the king-queen this hand.
Everybody bricks. Button's going to continue here.
Oh, yeah.
21-27.
What's that package?
Not too many people have been floating here tonight. Continuing without
And the ESPN Plus.
Well, I will say this much.
anything, so
HBO
as
Max is
expected.
pretty good, too.
Is it?
Bet and take it here.
AMC, Crunchyroll, and HBO.
Gigawatt, have a good night, sir. We'll see you Saturday. Good luck on the stream.
I didn't even know they were.
Have a good night, man. See you on
Well,
Saturday.
what I like about it is they televise all the UFC stuff streaming.
Really?
You can stream
Wait,
all
on
of
what?
that. Yeah.
On what?
The only thing you can't get is like this week is the Cormier fight. They probably won't have the actual main card. They'll have the undercard. Then they do something almost every week.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, that's good.
Fold 2. I need to get this. What is, all right. I can't call 3.
Plus, if you play like fantasy football or anything like that,
Leon's going to limp the suited queen 4.
read on the website.
Jamie's going to limp the king jack in the cutoff. Now to Hunter on the button with ace 10. It's going to raise it up.
Yeah, it's a pretty looking hand on the button, especially when you get a couple limpers in front of you.
Gonna make it 13 to go here.
Email saying you can add this.
Glenn thought about folding queen 10, but he thought better of it.
Balk.
Can you string fold like that?
String fold. Glenn calls. Kyle calls. Leon calls.
I've wasted this flop. 65 in the pot already.
Jamie calls.
King 6-3, 2 diamonds. Jamie flops the top pair.
He was checked around.
Yeah, Hunter chose not to c-bet that into 4 other people with no diamonds, only the backdoor straight draw and 1 over. I think it's a good check back for him.
Absolutely. No reason to waste money in a 5-way pot there.
It's not going to get through often enough.
King XX flop with 2 suits, very unlikely to get folds. We mentioned that earlier.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Especially in 5 ways.
8 on the turn locks everybody out except for the
At
ace.
least with like I get the MLB package and the NHL package.
King go ahead and bets, takes it down. Gucci in the Twitch chat asking how do you get on this table. Go ahead and do our Facebook
I'm sorry, bestbetjacks.com
or our Instagram page. Twitch, DM through Twitch.
I mean, because like you said, we want like 3 or 4
Okay,
months.
apparently now there's an email through the Twitch. You can get directly in contact through there. You can also see all the future games coming up for the rest of this month. Hopefully we'll have the following month schedule out here soon for you guys.
Flopping trips on bonfires.
I like that. Give them some more opportunities to get in there. Let's get some new faces. There you go right there. It's in the Twitch chat.
Boom.
There's a link.
Pick me, pick me.
And he's right. Amber was drinking last week. Maybe that was what was bringing the spice.
I like it, Danny. Good read. That's what's needed. Someone needs to text her that. One of Amber's friends. Let her know. Last week, the liquid marijuana.
She did fall asleep, though, at the end, so maybe that's why she didn't this week. That's true. All right, bomb pot here with the new dealer switch.
Got some real hands out there. Ace, Jack, King, Queen. Couple of King, Queen.
Nines.
Pocket nines.
Nine's still the best of it.
This is one we would like to see played out pre-flop.
Amber in there with top pair. About the only other one that connected here. Nines. Oh man, the nine's checked here. Wow, I would definitely try to thin the field out.
Come on, this is not about.
Yeah, people can have 2 pairs of bomb pot.
People will call with a 7 though as well.
Exactly. Amber definitely would have.
It's a perfect flop.
He decides to bet the turn.
How did you not
Gonna take it down.
It's one of the better turns, I guess, for 9. Still an undercard. Definitely would like to see a flop bet though.
Alan Garcia in the Facebook chat saying, how deep do they usually make it on the list? I think 2-2, this is our most popular game as far as list goes. There's usually a pretty deep list, so for anyone looking to get involved in the action, I recommend emailing as soon as possible when you know the date you can play.
Yeah, we've had this month's schedule out for over 2 months now, I believe, almost. So you can set up for ones in advance.
Yeah,
you know, the one with this week, be one in 4 weeks. Much be a smaller list, further out. But we can get you in there, hopefully. All right, we got a button straddle this hand. Couple callers. I'm gonna get a raise on the button here.
I told her she had the nut lower. You have the nut lower. You literally cannot beat. All you can do is tie. So they like exactly what she's still calling. I was like,
Raise to 15 and 9.
Looks like Glenn's going to raise the cutoff here to 15 with 9-6 of diamonds.
Yeah, put a little pressure on. Button's going to come along with the queen-9 off. And the ace-4 also.
I stand by my phone.
Check.
in fact, I fold again.
Right. I would do it again. Even faster.
25 is back to 9.
Glenn go ahead and c-bet here. Kyle looks like he's gonna call here, have some plans. Maybe he's gonna try to take it away. Four of hearts. After getting called, let's see what Glenn decides to do here. So he's gonna fire a second bullet. We got 100 in the pot. A second flush draw comes here. Gonna bet half pot, takes it down real fast. think Kyle was hoping to get a check there so he could do something funny.
Yeah, it's tough to do something funny when they bet so large into you.
Took it away from him.
I like Glenn, opening a somewhat speculative hand pre-flop, but turning it into a winning proposition.
Yeah, I definitely think he's been the most aggressive post-flop player we've had tonight.
Absolutely. Definitely has shown no fear in c-betting air and continuing it even with scary turn cards. 14 handicap golf game on YouTube says, what casino is this? This is Best Bet in Jacksonville, Florida.
Poker room. Simulcast. All the poker you want. We got bottom pair versus a gutter ball here. I'm sorry, got a bottom pair with a gutter ball. Amber's got the open ended to the nuts. That's a nice feeling when someone could also have that 10.
Yep.
You get the queen turn and you're just
go for max.
Yeah. But Kyle continues with the best hand by hitting his gut shot here. Gives Amber the second pair, but she's been pretty on the tight side tonight.
Ooh.
Shows her the bad news.
Tough call here. I guess we're beating some flush draws, but even some of the flush draws have straights and better tens.
Didn't want to give it up.
Don't split the cards now. You gotta be gentle with these cards.
We've been watching your surveillance call this.
I didn't have it cooking up.
Alan says he's 17th on the 26th. Well, we are 2.5 hours in tonight. I don't think we've had a player get up yet.
I ain't have it cooking on any point of saying.
But you do have on the night of they could not show up. You don't know if all 8 players are going to be here. So
correct.
If a few players don't show up, you end up being closer to the list. Maybe they get a couple knockouts. And it's no hurting trying. I mean, if you're gonna be in the room, if you're gonna come down here and check out this North Florida action, jump on the list, try to get on one of these streams.
I think Hunter's going to raise up his ace-queen suited to 10. 4 people going to come along, including 10-3 suited and an ace-deuce off.
Check 6.
King 10-6, 2 clubs on this flop. Hunter got the gutter ball with the back door, decides to check it. He knows it's not getting through.
Fold 2, fold 3. Fold 6.
Kyle's going to bet 18 here with his top pair. Definitely the size Hunter's going to be continuing with. Go heads up to a turn.
Check 8. 22 is the bet from 1.
Kyle's going to fire again. I think that might be enough, and it is to get Hunter to lay down that gut shot.
Amber replies to Danny Wise in the Facebook chat saying, "You may be right." Cocktails. Cocktail time.
Hey, 14 handicap in the YouTube asked how often we have a live feature table. Been doing it at least once a week this month. You can see our full schedule on bestbetjacks.com. As well as the Twitch chat, I believe.
Tell you what, though, the more viewership we get, the more likes and subscribers we get on all 3 platforms, the more often you're going to see us.
Yeah, you got a second game this week. Saturday we got a 5-10-25, and next week we also have 2 games. A 2-2 on Wednesday and a 5-5 deep, I believe, or 2-5 deep on Friday.
Yep.
So next couple weeks we got 2 a week.
Fold 2, fold 3. Fold 4. 15 is the bet.
Got a couple limps here. Jamie's going to take the ace-jack out of the big blind and raise it up. I'm sorry, West out of the small blind gets called by Jamie out of the big blind.
Brian Hopkins on Facebook says, well-produced stream. Wish it was a bigger stack table. Tune in Saturday for our 5-10-25 no limit. There will be no shortage of cash on that table. At least 50,000 to start out, and I'm sure well over 100 once we get deep into the night. That's a 5, 10, 25 no limit this Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. A little earlier start. We get a little more action for you guys.
Both players flop a gut shot here. Wes C bets 15. Jamie raises it up, putting a little pressure on. I like it.
That feature at the table.
Check 6.
Wes calls. Queen of spades on the turn. Let's see if Jamie can keep it up.
I had to figure it out. I was like, feature. Oh.
55 is bet 7.
Tough turn to continue. Jamie does continue, and it is going to win.
That is definitely a tough turn to continue with.
When the middle pair pairs the turn, it's very unlikely that you check raised with middle pair. And now when you're betting so strong, it looks like it could be fishy. But of course, ace jack high, not good enough to continue.
Fold 9.
Greetings from Silver Spring, Maryland. Welcome to the stream, Scott. Thanks for joining.
12 is
Welcome,
bet
welcome. Appreciate you.
9. Fold 2.
Joining us here on this lovely Wednesday, Jacksonville, Florida.
Best Bet live stream. You're with the E-Train.
Choo choo. Kyle getting spicy here, raising it up with a 4-5 off.
There we go.
Let's get it. Let's get some action going. Hunter, best hand in poker, Queen 10 of spades.
Drinking last
3 ways to the flop.
Did it break down on you again?
Oh no, football stuff.
He over there just having
9,
a whole
7, 6,
breakdown.
2 diamonds. Little something for everyone here.
Yeah, West flops top pair. Kyle, not really. Doesn't want to hit
He's just
that.
over there
Top
like,
end of
oh,
the
man,
straight.
I missed all this, and he just.
12 and 6.
What can I say? I like football. Super passionate.
We're heads
I
up.
see.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Looks like it checks through. 8 of hearts right on the turn. Kyle gets his gutter, but Queen 10, as expected.
How did that get checked through when Wes has King 9 on the button? What is happening?
A lot of passive play here tonight.
Well, there's passive, and then there's just incorrect.
And did Queen 10 fold the turn with their straight?
We're
What's going on over here? What's going on?
30.
There's no way Hunter had Queen 10. He certainly wouldn't have found a fold. Kyle's going to take it down with his 4-5, and he's actually going to show. So, yeah, this is what I opened with, guys. Come and get it.
Yeah, free advertising right there, and you win the pot. 5 high, you're not afraid to get in this action. Still not sure anything that happened on that.
It's like the 5th hand of the night. We just don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, sometimes you just look and you just say, okay, that's cool.
Trent Lyle watching from Ontario, Canada. Hey,
Hey,
hey, thanks for joining, hey.
appreciate you. Oh, you like that one? All right, we got a button straddle on this one.
Good times.
Hey, that's definitely going to happen on this stream.
Yeah, you're gonna hear some laughs and goofiness.
Fold 9. Fold 1.
That's Eric, all Eric,
And some occasional
Fold 2.
good strategy,
which would be myself.
which is Eddie.
Fold 4.
I'll also give strategy advice occasionally. Listen to Eddie.
And even sometimes you'll laugh and find his advice comical.
3 players.
All right, 3 ways to this flop. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like it was just heads up.
$20 is the bet. 23.
Oh, it's 3 ways. Okay. Pops back out there. Hunter flopping top pair. Jamie gutter. Leon, no pair, no backdoor.
Still a 3.
He's not really picking the best times for these bluffs.
Check 8. Check
I respect the aggression, though. He's definitely trying to win these pots.
Check 7.
Yeah, just a little picking possibly the wrong spots, or maybe he's just not turning the cards he would like. But when you do it with ace-7 hearts, there's not a lot of turn cards you do like.
All right, Hunter's got top pair here. He's going to try to go for a little bit of value after the turn checks through.
Jamie really considering this with a rivered 9.
Hunter shows the jack just so they know he ain't messing around still. And we're going to look down here to suited ace, getting out of the Facebook chat.
Yeah. Stack's getting a little low now, 124. She's going to limp in for the 2.
Call 4. 15's a bet from 6. Call 7. Fold 8. Fold 9.
West with the pocket 9 is going to raise it up to 15.
Call 2. And call 4.
So Jamie's got a nice big stack here. Got us up to 1,000 already. We'll probably get those stats up here for you. See how active everyone's been. See how they're doing right after this hand.
Check 4.
Queen high flop. Jamie flops that top pair. Amber with a nut flush. Draw.
It's going to be interesting here. He bets 40. She's only got about 120 left. Will she put it all in right here?
I would assume so.
Nut flush draw, 1 overcard. Wes has got to think about his pocket 9s. 2 overcards out there now. Seems like an easy let go. He does.
Just not happy about it.
Fold, yeah. And just
Amber seeing exactly how much she has, and she just closed with a call.
yeah. Amber's going to just flat.
I mean, she doesn't expect to get a fold out of it, so maybe she just wants to see what happens on the turn.
I mean, that's not terrible. Someone could come along with a jack, and maybe you get an extra 40 if you do hit your flush. It's very unlikely that Jamie's going to be folding, even if he had ace-10. You know, for the 60 or so more.
Amber check calls off here with the river to come. Got a dozen outs.
See if Amber can hit a diamond to stay alive here.
Any diamond, any ace.
Any diamond, any ace, and nope. Is it?
Jack
of
queen.
Queen of clubs going to give Jamie trips. And Amber's going to call it a night. Have a good night, dear. I'm sure we'll see you again.
Oh, yeah.
Go grab you a liquid marijuana. Call it a night. Come on back next week. I have listed here as Amber's best poker moment. She won a WPT cruise in a best bet high hand promo.
Yeah, I remember when we gave that away.
That's strong. I myself won one, or didn't win, but went on one of those cruises. Bought it from a person who won it.
Nice.
And had a fantastic time. Definitely recommend that.
I've been on a card player one before, but never on one of the WPT ones.
Although these cruises, they may be in
off the
off
the itinerary for a while.
I don't know if you want to get on a cruise now. If and when they do come back, I recommend it if it's safe. Especially these poker cruises for poker playing fans. Always a lot of fun. Looks like David's going to raise it up to 7 here under the gun. Ace-4 of clubs. Jamie comes along with 5-4. Glenn comes along Jack-9. Kyle and Leon defend the blinds with Queen High.
Big flop for Kyle here. Bottom pair and the flush draw. Gutter ball for Glenn.
15's the bet from 1. Fold 3.
Kyle's not going to waste much time building this pot. He's just going to lead right out.
Fire right out with his bottom pair flush draw. All the way over to Glenn, and he's going to fold. 5 is going to take it down.
Yeah, he might not have all clean outs, which definitely know he doesn't.
This table, Jack 9 suited though. That's what you have to do.
Just dump it. All right, we're going to check out those stats here for you guys.
And it'd have been the 8 of diamonds that come.
I'll show you our chip count.
Jamie up around 1,200 now.
Leon, you want to play a small blind?
Oh, excuse me.
There we go. Glenn up 600. Leon got some work to do here in the last bit of the stream.
Glenn up 6. Jamie up a little over 5.
And we also see the V-pip right here. Jamie, Leon, most active. Glenn West down there towards the bottom.
Wow, 5 players with 40+% V-pip.
15.3.
Strong. Sounds like those are Eric numbers.
That sounds like a lot of limping, is what it sounds
Yeah.
like. A lot of limping and a lot of calling.
Doing just fine.
Those are rookie numbers. Got to get those, pump those numbers up.
Those numbers are rookie numbers.
All right, Leon going to raise it up to 15 here with the 3s out of the small blind. We got a button straddle.
Leon looking to get unstuck in this game. Looking to build a pot. Hunter says, let's build an even bigger one. 3-bet to 55. 2 kings.
I love that.
Leon going to let go of them 3s. A little too pricey with that shortish stack he has.
That's the hand at this table. That is the magical hand. Jack 9 suited.
Wes folds the Jack 9 suited and shows. Ooh, got a lot of our viewers out there shaking their heads now.
That deep, I'm calling.
And my commentator next to me.
Well, you know my strategy. Facebook chat, get ready here at 10 o'clock, a couple more minutes. We'll have our trivia question for you. First one with the correct answer will win.
Yeah, he'd have been in there with these kings.
Yeah, I'm definitely not folding Jack 9 suited.
Oh, I know that. You wouldn't have flatted the 15. You would have found a 3-bet first. You'd have had to call a 4-bet.
Faux show. Trivia question, guys. Which casino hotel did Brad Booth live in during his run in the mid-2000s?
Ooh, I know this one too. See if I can get me a $25 voucher.
I thought about living in like a casino hotel for a while. Be interesting.
Oh yeah,
That's great food.
I could do it.
Someone cleaning up after you.
Go downstairs.
You'd be polite, obviously.
Play
Would be a
poker
slob.
every day.
Yeah.
Check the list from your TV.
I mean, I spent many a week in Colorado, out in Blackhawk, living on those comps in the hotels.
Yeah, that is Andrew Ledbetter with the Grand Sierra Resort Casino. He's so confident, I feel like there may be something to it. It's like he saw him there or something.
I was his roommate for 6 weeks.
He looks so expensive.
These are USB show. What's going on with
That was not the answer we were looking for. Keep coming.
Unfortunately, Andrew, that's just off.
no USB charger?
Boom.
The legendary Belago.
Belago.
We know what you meant, Sherry. We'll give it to you full credit.
Sherry's going to take this one down with the Bellagio. That's right. Brad Booth stayed at the Bellagio, lived there. Sherry was our first one to answer correctly. Sherry is going to take home a $25 Best Bet food voucher. Good at any Best Bet location.
Glad you fixed that, Sherry. Beliago is much better.
The Belago and the Beliago. There we go. Ledbetter.
Yeah, that's what country Jamie was from because I pressed the wrong button. Interesting.
5, 3, 6. 2 hearts on this flop.
Brian Hopkins spelling Rio incorrectly. I see you.
7-6 with the best of it here.
Yeah, he was playing high stakes poker every day, living in the casino above. Living the dream for a little bit. The young man's dream.
7-6 still the best here. Glenn's not afraid to go ahead and bet it out. Queen of Hearts. Going to be interesting. Glenn obviously knows at this point his hand is not good after being called on the turn. So let's see if he decides to turn his hand to a bluff or just give up.
Check 9. Check 1. What do we get?
He does decide to give up. Shows it. Kyle shows that 6. Not this time.
Thank you. Alright, so the 8's back. The 3 is out.
We have a seat open.
4, 9.
Sounds like we're going to get a new player here in shortly.
99. Seat open. Seat open.
Call 4, fold 6. Check 7, check 8.
Was almost family thought.
3 play. Check 7, check 8, check 4. Check 7, check 8, check 4. Check 7, check 8, check 4. 9.
Got it. Out there.
This pot's going to get checked all the way down. David's going
Throw
to
the ace out there and would have had
take it down with his 9.
high hand with like 2 minutes left.
You gotta use 2 cards.
And we are going to get a button straddle next hand. Jamie's going to straddle this button.
Both got to play.
7-handed now as we've lost Leon.
That's actually better.
Excuse me, we're going to be... We lost Amber. Leon is just away from the table at the moment.
I've gotten beat off a high hand some folks. I got 1 card roll. Got 3 backpack.
Straddle on the button.
Little 6-handed action here.
What? There's only 1
Button
chip.
straddle, 4 to go.
Roll 9.
This was suited, I would raise. It's not.
Roll 1. Roll 4. Roll
Hunter limps the small blind. Glenn defends the big.
16.
West limps the cutoff. Jamie from the straddle
About 4.5 hours.
is going to raise it up.
Roll 8.
9-10 offsuit.
Roll 9. And
Going to make it 12 more. Glenn and Hunter are going to come along. Blinds in the button.
check 8. Check 9.
Wes is in there as well.
25.
We keep talking about
Jack 9-3, 2 diamonds.
Roll 8.
Everyone's
Jamie flops the best hand with his 9-10. Gets checked too. Fires out 25.
Roll 6.
And looks like 25 is going to be enough to take this one down. Little pre-flop aggression paying off for Jamie. Builds the pot with his 9-10. Flops the best hand, takes it down. Jamie, one of our biggest winners here tonight.
This is going down real fast.
Fish Loops in the Twitch chat says it's the Braves hat. Always the Braves hat. Braves hat bringing Jamie some good luck tonight, that's for sure. He's been playing good as well.
7's the bet from 4. Fold 6. 7 bets. Call 7. Fold 8.
David's going to raise the pocket 7s up to 7.
And call.
Jamie's going to call. Jack 10 off from the cut.
4.
Blinds are going to come along. Glenn and Kyle. Ooh, middle set here for David.
Check 9. Check 4.
We got some gut shots for a couple others.
Yeah, it could be painful for him, depending on this turn.
Yeah, 8 of clubs gets
15.
nasty.
All pretty deep this hand, too.
7.
Jack's a good one, too. Flop does get checked around. Jack of diamonds on the turn. Whoa, turn gets checked around.
No, there's a $15
Okay, no.
somewhere.
Oh, 15 and call? What? I think it was Was it checked around? I think it was checked around.
I think the flop was checked around. That was a $15 bet on the turn.
Okay, graphics are catching up.
Yeah, and David's here betting 20 on the river, going for value. Jamie picks up 2 pair. There's a four-card one-liner out there.
Yeah, if I'm Jamie, I'm raising here. He is going to raise it just a little bit. I don't blame him one bit. He picks up top 2. Even though there's a 1-card straight out there, you wouldn't expect your opponent to bet just $20 if he made the straight. Oh, wow. Top 2 gets the set to fold for only 25.
No, he called. He said call. He said call and showed it before it showed the chips in.
Yeah, all right, I was about to go.
Can't fold for 25 more.
Genius bluff, turning top 2. Nope.
I wouldn't have hated, but it has to be a bigger size there. You got to put pressure. You can't price in everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie certainly wasn't trying to get a set to fold. He thought he was trying to get a little more value out of a jack. Had he knew he was bluffing, he would have sized a little
Not while you
bigger.
were going through.
Involved? No, absolutely not.
Not while you were going through. Hydrate or dihydrate? Oh, just in time. Winner. Just in time.
Thank you. It's Eddie.
Yeah.
Just in time to lose $10.
I know, right? Just in time to throw 10
All right, dealer change. You know what that means. Bomb pot.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, I got it right this time.
Bomb pots.
1 for 2.
I ain't even looking at nobody that on the floor.
All right, Leon back just in time to get involved here. 7 players. We're all putting 10 each pre-flop. We're going to go straight to the flop. Bear with our graphics as it takes a while to catch up during these bomb pops since there's no pre-flop action.
Here we are.
We already going.
Oh, wow. So there's going to be a bet of 10 in the dark by the 1 and a call.
We already going.
Oh, a bet of 10 in the dark by the 1 seat in a call?
I ain't had none of that the whole
In a
night.
call dark by Leon.
So the action's going to be on the
So it's $10.
Double
David.
bomb pot almost for 2 people.
I like that. Wouldn't it be nice if you just bet 10 in the dark and everyone folded? You didn't even have to look.
I'm not folding for 10.
7's still the best hand here.
Kyle says, I'm not folding for 10. I'm already put 10 in.
I got a good shot. I assume this will check through.
Kyle's got the
I didn't know y'all had
best hand here with pocket 7s from the small blind. Checks.
I mean, if I'm Jamie here, I'm betting. You got a blind bet and a blind call on the flop, and they check the turn.
Absolutely.
You got to be betting.
100% a bet. It should have been a raise, to tell you the truth.
And I bet way more than 25.
Yeah.
25 into 100, you got to bet 60 there, 65?
If you're going to bet small, go big on the river.
At least 65, I think.
Oh, he checks back his jack high.
Oh, the 7 is good.
2 hearts there. I like firing the river as well. But decides not to risk it. He's up a lot. He's going to,
Especially if Jamie's only going to fire 1 bluff there.
make it big.
1 bullet, make it big.
Can't make it small. Yeah. He really hurt himself. He made it where Kyle's not going to fold, and then he shut down.
He didn't want almost all of them.
Yeah, that's why, especially if you're only going to fire that 1 bluff bullet, you got to make it the most opportunity to work. And 25% of the pot is not it.
Absolutely. If you know you're going to be shutting down if you get called, make it a little bigger. Make it worthwhile.
Play for half of the pot each board.
Wes picking up 2 kings under the gun here.
I've seen a lot of aces and kings
I don't
tonight.
even think they allow that here.
No, we asked them the night that we
Raise
went.
the 10 from the
The
6.
night that we went crazy, we were asking them.
Not versus each other. We haven't seen
No, not
big
too many
pairs
coolers. We
versus
haven't
big
seen,
pairs.
I don't
yet.
think we have too many coolers at all tonight.
No.
Jamie goes ahead and calls it here with the 10-9 off and go heads up to a flop.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big no. It would have been nice though. Yeah. Oh no.
Heads up. A couple of our bigger stacks here. King, queen, 7. Top set for Wes. Gut shot for Jamie. Quick check, check. Ace of hearts. Wes can't check anymore, can he?
Wes is hoping that Jamie
with
picked
this-
up that ace.
Especially with this ace out here.
Then a 10 from the 6.
He fires and Jamie quickly folds. Wes showing him the 2 kings.
Man, can't get no action on this one.
Check.
Yeah, that's a
Once again, thanks for joining us, guys. If you want to come on out here and join in this live action yourself, we have $400 high hands every 30 minutes until midnight here at Best Bet in Jacksonville, Florida. We're open until 4 a.m., 24 hours on the weekend.
Ooh, he said there's no rules.
We'll also have a nice big live stream this weekend for you, Saturday night, 6 p.m. 5, 10, 25, no limit. Going to be lots of action on that game for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought
You can count on it. Right now, you're watching the 2-2 deep stack, no limit, $500 max buy-in.
fold in the 7, fold in the 8, fold in the 9, fold in the 3.
David's going to pick up the ace-queen here in the small blind.
Because it's very little
And they
chance
chop
I'm gonna
it.
get a high hand out of that, so. Nah, it's fine. Chop
Yeah,
it.
it folds just the blinds.
Just chop it out.
They can just chop it here, no rake for the house.
Yeah, like the first.
On to the next one. A lot of times if they have a high hand potential,
We had a 100, 200 PLO
they'll
game
just
where they were
see a
selling
flop,
for $500,000,
and then maybe go from there, but
it's kinda sick.
most of the times they'll just be chopping it.
Kinda sickening.
Yeah,
Those kind of games, I'm telling you, man.
I
you'll-
watched that last game. that you
Yeah,
guys had.
like you'll lose your sense of smell playing those kind of games.
Even the last 2-5 game you guys had, you used the boat over the boat for like a $4,000 pot.
Yeah, that's it. Fold 8. Fold 9. Fold 3.
We had gone to Vegas for like the early part of the series. And then
Chuck it out.
So like another hand, no action, going to chop another one.
3 seats out.
Anytime there's 2 chop pots,
Sean Winters just lost.
should always be someone should be straddling the next hand. No one wants to see that 3 times. Do your table a favor. If that happens on your table, just straddle. Whoever you are next hand, make it happen.
No, you'd be surprised, man.
You just lost a house. Nice house.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much money gets thrown around on those private games in Vegas. Like, and the thing about it is, you'll never know about it. Like, those things like never make mainstream like anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's not good for them.
yeah, it's not good for those like race.
Looks like Glenn's going to raise it up here. A little small raise, a little juicer. 7 with the suited jack 8.
One of the guys there from Macau said that there was a 5
9-7 suited and pocket 7s in there. As well as Hunter coming along with the ace-8 out of the big blind.
1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Yeah, man.
games in Macau or something.
Couple queens and a 6 on this flop. 7's still the best hand.
Chuck 8. All you have is like oil billionaires. Like, you just got people who are just like made of money.
Glenn with the lead, C-bets.
Why is it
15, just less than half pot.
I was like, what is happening? Are you betting that?
Kyle coming along with the 9-7 of spades.
I'm like, are you betting that? I'm pretty sure somebody
Got some
called
plans, some potential backdoors. Jamie also comes along with the 7s. King, not a good card for Jamie. Glenn, after getting called in the flop, has to just shut it down. And this might check all the way through unless Kyle decides to turn it into a flop. Whoa, no, Glenn.
Call 7.
Yeah, I didn't think that one was going to get through after checking the turn. Jamie makes the call with the 7s and wins it, takes it down.
I tried.
Glenn says he tried.
Glenn says I tried.
Your value down.
You did try. Valiant effort, sir.
Yeah, once you check that turn, it's kind of hard to rep too much on that river.
Ah, 3 seats.
That's what I thought. That's where I thought.
That you wouldn't be betting on the turn. Your value hands are generally going to be betting there on that turn.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have the 7 of hearts in my hand.
Oh, he's like, yeah, what are you up to?
Grass Monkey, we got a 15-minute delay here on
Just
live stream here. So we are commenting 15 minutes into the
Actually,
future.
going to start in the 8 seat for the
Thanks for
straddle.
joining us on the time travel.
Button straddle here. 4 to go.
Raise 15. Oh, it is.
Raise it up. Hunter makes it 15. Standard.
Happening again.
He's done this about 5 times tonight.
He's woken up with a big hand almost every time.
Pretty much every time. Maybe 4 out of 5.
45 from the 1. Fold in the 3. 4 and 6 seats. Yes, sir. I think so.
Kyle,
Uh-oh.
7 Dewey.
Uh-oh. Kyle stepping out again. We've seen this once before.
Oh, if he can show a 7 deuce bluff twice in a row, 3 betting it both times, that's strong.
Hunter with ace king of clubs here too. He's definitely going to defend
Heads up.
Ooh, Hunter won't be going anywhere. This is going to take a multiple street bluff if Kyle's going to get away with this one.
I feel like I saw this on high stakes poker once. Like this 7 deuce just blasting into quads.
Thank you so much.
Because that's the only way you can win.
Oh, it was probably when they were playing that 7 deuce game where everyone had to pay up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Poker
Exactly what it
After
was.
Dark,
I don't even know what to say.
Back in the day. High
The
stakes.
good old days.
High stakes poker with Gabe Kaplan.
That's right.
Welcome to the game.
You know, I was just thinking, Gabe Kaplan once went from the booth to the table.
Yeah, he did. I think I've seen Mike Sexton do that as well.
I might have to pull that off one of these nights.
If they ever let me play here, I'm in it.
Kyle's going to throw 50 out there. Hunter thinking about raising, but he's just going to make the call.
Yeah, you got 3-bet here.
I wouldn't have mind the raise.
I wouldn't have hated either. A
Ding,
lot
ding,
of
ding,
equity.
ding, 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 ding.
Y'all are pretty deep.
Money card here for Hunter. Does Kyle shut down or does he continue to light some money on fire? Shuts down on the turn. River 6. Does Hunter have another check in him? Unlikely.
I would love to see it.
He does. He
Yes.
knuckles it. No way, Kyle. Kyle has to go for it now.
Absolutely. You're at bottom.
Very, very good check here by Hunter. Kyle bets 120, it looks like.
And I don't know how Kyle doesn't raise, or Hunter doesn't raise it here.
Oh, yeah, Hunter.
Looks like he's just going to call, though. You got to think.
He's only got 220 more, 225.
You got to think here. What if you're not going on here? What here is beating you? Only full houses?
And yeah, would a set
Check the
that's
turn.
the only way there can be a full house. Would a set have checked the turn?
No
very,
way.
Very, very unlikely.
With
all
three
the
to a
draws
straight
out there.
draw and a front door flush draw, it should never be. They shouldn't be checking that turn often.
Oh, you're okay.
I think Hunter's already told him what he had. He said, I have a straight here, but there's no way you can find a hero fold. This would be insanity.
What am I going to do?
I would definitely like just a shove here, but it looks like he's just going to call and win the pot. He calls.
He does make the call.
Nope.
Kyle cannot show the 7 deuce this time. It's 7 deuce. He won it last time, but he didn't win this, or he didn't win as much as he lost this hand.
Yeah.
Deuce was a little over 200 this hand.
If Hunter checks that turn, I'm really glad I checked that river.
Yeah. Oh, love that river check.
Everything else missed.
Once Kyle checks the turn, you know he doesn't have a ton of value. So if he doesn't have a ton of value, it's unlikely that our river bet's going to get called. So let's give him the rope. Let's let him hang himself. You know, let's let him bluff again.
And that's also the why I would like that a river shove. But
Like a jack.
Oh, wow, it's just that easy, right?
I tried to talk to you, but I tried to see.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man.
JoJo on the YouTube, this game is so weird.
Listen, when you get 2-2, no limit action on the live stream, you're going to see some weird things. And that's all around the country, not just here.
And a lot of these players also are just standard regular 2-2 players around here. And this is a deep stack game, so it's playing a little deeper than some of them play generally, which does leave people to stay on more the passive side.
Sure, yeah, you might not have a ton of river raises in a spot like that when you in your normal buy-in situation, right?
He deserved it.
Might not be often these guys are sitting with 600 and 700 at 2-2 because you can only come in for 3 on the everyday floor.
And how much is it now?
Kyle picking up ace king after a bunch of limpers is going to raise it up to 18 from the big blind. David gonna come along with 6-4 clubs.
Trying to hurt some feelings this hand.
It really is.
Oh, really?
Heads up action.
That's the flop to hurt them feelings on.
2 clubs. Oh, and he decides to check it back. And there's the jack. Hard for anyone to credibly rep that jack.
17 from the 1.
Kyle bets 17, thinking he has the best hand. And he does. David's going to call with his flush draw. Now the river pairs the board again. 2 jacks and 2 deuces out there.
See if David can go for it.
Oh, yeah. I don't like this.
Yeah, he's not checking too many jacks back on that flop, which is why I would have liked for him to bet the flop with a flush draw.
He's not checking jacks back on the flop. He's not just calling with a jack on the turn. He has little to zero deuces in his range. Maybe he could have a hand like pocket fives, pocket fours, and be value betting, but I haven't seen David really even value bet that thin, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
mean, what's he value betting, a 7? Like, we haven't seen them value bet that thin all night long.
Yeah, and
especially when check 2, they've just been checking behind.
And I think again, the 7 should bet the turn, right? Like a 7 should see that clean turn, be like, okay, well I need to protect my hand versus his big blind 3-bet hand.
Kyle
does lay down
lays
the ace.
It down.
Look at that, David getting a bluff
Aggression.
through.
Yeah, aggression works.
Jack nine's the greatest hand ever created.
But that is what we're talking about. You have to tell the story with your hand, but you also have to tell the story the other player's telling.
Absolutely.
The story there did not seem that you could be beat.
No, sir, never called that.
Just like betting the certain spots.
No,
That's why they're getting called. Because the story just doesn't make sense. That's how you pick off bluffs.
trying to tell him about it.
Yeah, Jack nine's is us.
Tried to told you.
Always remember it.
That's right.
Action starts with a 3.
Every time we bluff, every time we play a hand, we're telling a story. We're either saying I have it, or I'm bluffing. And you want to make it line up.
What's he saying that he's got? What are his value hands? How would he play those hands that way?
Yep.
Not likely in that situation. In a couple other situations we've seen tonight. But it's good to be able to look at these hands. I'm sure all these players are going to be going back and figuring out spots where they can. They're like, oh man, I could have raised there. I should have raised there. I should have called there. You know, he'll learn from it. Go on for the next stop. That's what we do every time we play.
Absolutely. I think these live streams are a great tool for players to go back and review their own play. You know, 4 or 5 hours of hand history is pretty strong. We're going to be able to, if you sit down with a coach, sit down with someone and talk poker, you know, someone better who can teach you, you're gonna be able to get a lot out of a 4 or 5 hour session. You're gonna be able to plug a lot of leaks. You know, you're gonna come up with some new strategies, and all because you decided to play on the live stream.
Check 9. Showdown.
Now that being said, I have some poker students, and if anyone is interested after playing the live stream, if they'd like for me to review their live stream history, hit me up on Facebook. We'll discuss the details. I'd be more than happy. See if we can improve your game and get your win rate up.
Looks like Glenn's going to take it down here with bottom pair on a. Looks like after the flop, it checks through. Take a small one.
Reach out to Eddie Marskoski on Facebook if you're looking for, if you want to get a session reviewed.
Action's going to start in the 2 seat for this round.
Button straddle this hand.
Call 2. Raise 15 from the 3. Fold 4.
Kyle definitely trying to get this action going here the last half of the night. Respect.
Yeah, doing his best to make it as entertaining for us as he can.
Call 7.
We appreciate that.
We did get a new player here to replace Amber.
Call 8. Call 9.
Johnny Chan, the master.
Call 1. Call 2.
Joven coming in the 2 seat.
7 players. Oh, he's on the phone. He's like, yep. Just relax.
Looks like our graphics are stuck on last hand right now.
Check 2. 20 from the 3 seat. Call 6. Fold 7.
Not sure of the holdings, but we got a $20 bet and a $20 call here on the turn.
Looks like Leon C-bet here gets called one spot. Kyle gonna let it go. As well as our new player.
Heads up.
Heads up to the turn.
There's 7 free.
5 of hearts, looks like.
Yeah, 15, 7 wins. 25
Leon
from
gonna
the 3.
fire once more.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him fire twice into a pot yet tonight, so.
Yeah, because they're all stabbed with no pair, no draw.
Yeah, but to fire that second bullet means.
Yeah, he's
probably
got something.
Yeah. And he fires a third bullet.
Definitely got something here, and it's about all of his chips.
Yeah, just saying the same thing.
From the 3.
Looking to get some value here.
200 from the 6.
Big raise. Wes is going to put them all in. And Leon, oh, so much for that value hand. It was a bluff the whole way.
must
Can't
have
call
that.
for just 30 or 40 more.
It's like maybe a flop flush draw that bricked out. Or hoping that they had the flush draw and bricked out. I couldn't really see what that river was. It looked like a face card. Couldn't tell if it was a heart or diamond or not.
Leon's going to be left with scraps after that bluff gone wrong. Jobin going to come in and straddle the button right away.
Yeah, welcome to the table.
Yeah. Jobin, the longtime best bet regular. Used to play with him in the home games around Jacksonville back before there was a poker room.
Button straddle this hand. Got GP asking about for bigger tournaments than Jack's yet. Right now we're just working on the daily tournaments every Friday, 160 at noon. Also a couple Saturdays this month, 16th and the 30th. Had over 100 this past, or Sunday, I'm sorry. Had over 100 this past Sunday.
Nice turnout this Sunday.
Yeah.
I was actually upset I didn't come and play that one. Once I heard it got over 100 players.
Yeah, $106 buy-in, about 4K for first place, so it was a nice little day for somebody.
Do we know who shipped that?
I do not. I think I last saw heads up, but I don't remember who won. Not you, because you wasn't in it.
Wasn't me.
Can't win it.
But I didn't bubble it either.
That is true.
And I didn't fire 3 bullets.
Also true. Thanks again for joining us here tonight. 2-2 live stream, Deep Stack from Jacksonville, Florida.
Action begins in the 7th. Hold 7. Oh, 8.
Hunter dumping the king 10 off. Keeps folding around. Kyle,
Raise 12.
he's looking to get into some pots here.
Hold 2.
It certainly is. I would take notice of that if I was other players. Maybe try to isolate him a little bit, get him heads up, because you know he's capable of spazzing and he's not looking to fold.
Leon calls 12, a quarter of a stack with the suited king here. Wants to see this flop, hopefully find something to go with.
He hit a 7. It's probably good enough.
It's going to be hard to fold less than a pot-sized bet.
David
Flop
was-
second pair.
David with the king queen. Leon calls to 12.
Call 4. Call 6.
Everyone else coming along as well.
And we don't lose anyone here. On to the turn.
Check 4.
8 of hearts.
Check 1.
Top pair still the best hand. Checks through.
Oh, that's going to change things. Kyle going to take the lead here with a rivered straight.
Yeah, it's going to give West 2 pair. 10's also there, so
Call 4.
Oh, David going to look him up with just the queen for 15.
West is going to get rid of his 2 pair.
David not going to like to see that. You raised it with the 3-5 off. Yeah. Well,
Now maybe y'all start paying attention.
nobody 3-bets light, so why wouldn't I? Well,
He's the only one
I was about to
3-betting
say,
light.
one person does, and it's me.
Yeah, like we said, aggression's working.
Brian Duma in the Facebook chat. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Your commentators tonight are me, myself, Eddie Marskoski, and the one and only Eric 1K Steinbach.
Howdy, howdy, Brian. I believe.
Jordo on the 1s and 2s.
Yes, sir. If I believe, pretty sure it was us that chopped that OP beginning of last year. That OP guarantee.
Oh, yeah. Brian is a regular tournament player. I wouldn't be surprised to hear he chopped up a tournament with you.
12 from the 1.
I think it was me, him, and GT Jack, actually.
Oh, there you go.
I think it was the first 30K of the year.
All the boys.
Yeah. I can only play in that room. I can't play in this one, so
Leon
can't
picks up
punish
the
too
ace
many
king.
of you.
Gets it all in with his ace king. Kyle gonna give him a light look up.
Yeah, suited ace, not that light.
Yeah, Kyle opened already, so it's only 13 more.
He flopped 2 pair. That's so gross.
And there's the 7. Somebody has ace 10, not ace king.
Ace 7 beats both of them. Whether he has ace king or ace.
This was good.
Where'd that ace 10 come from?
Oh, maybe he has
I
ace
think he
10,
had
not
ace
ace 7.
10,
Yeah, 7 must have
So
slid
Leon
across.
finds a double.
for
Still alive,
Leon. That's
baby.
what we
Still
needed.
alive, Leon. Spin it back up.
Jamie said yes.
Pull an amber.
Couldn't see him really on my phone. I took a good team and good. So I was like, oh yeah, it's good.
I was thinking that it was going to be a 3 on the end. That's going to be a 3 of
Oh,
spades
good job.
to give you the win.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. 3 of spades on
That's why I looked. As soon as I pitched the card, I thought I looked over my shoulder. I'm like, I know he's gonna do something. I already know it. He's lifting up the whole chip underneath the chip, dealer.
Having fun on the table. We love to see it.
Oh, yeah. Especially
Brings 16 from the 3.
Adonis, our dealer right here, is always
I was like, it is kind of in the way. Look,
always with a smile on his face, having a good time. Very pleasant person to be around. Also a very good dealer.
full double with AK. I can't.
Leon's going to take another one down here, stealing the blinds.
Strato.
It's good hand time.
Oh, this is Oh, everybody.
I feel like
Without
half of my
until now.
straddle.
Just did it a little.
Since it induces all of your
Another bunch straddled this hand. Action will start on the small blind for $4.
Amber joining us in the Facebook chat now, saying, man, she could just could not catch a hand.
I thought they had to have been a bonus card. You want to check the page? Right?
You needed to bribe it with the drinks just like last week.
Yeah, we talked about it. Maybe those liquid marijuanas could have got you there. Sometimes that's how it is. You know how that goes.
Kyle continuing to be aggressive here. Raises it up to 15 with the baby ace. Under the gun.
Checking the flop.
Only Jamie defends from the straddle button with pocket fours.
Not check a turn.
They both check flop and turn dark.
Oh, wow.
Generally, when the pre-flop raiser is willing to check dark twice, it's not going to be a very strong made hand.
Probably not a premium.
He's like, 1 second.
One pair good? One pair good? Yeah. One pair is good.
Michael Thompson in the Facebook chat asking how can he get on the live stream.
Sure it was.
Head on over to our Twitch chat. Direct email from that spot.
Making quads with 3s.
See the full list of upcoming ones for the rest of the month.
Or go to Best Bet Jacks. Go to the live stream section of the website. Down there you'll see a link, an email. Email that email for tell them which date you want to play.
You heard the man. Email that email.
Email that email. I think that's correct.
It's not incorrect.
Because you are emailing an email address.
Those lights can be a little hot. Oh, 2. Raise 10 from the 6. Call 7.
Next time I come, I gotta convince everyone.
Raising gonna, sorry, Wes gonna raise it up here to 10 with the 4-5 clubs.
Sure, just, I've messed up enough.
Everyone just calling behind, including the king-queen suited on the button. Like we said here, that's a great hand to be 3-betting the button with, especially in this game where there's not a lot of 3-betting and a lot of passive.
Is that what you have when you triple?
I know one of you have.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a 3-bet here from Hunter, actually.
Power.
Oh my god, he on 15 mode.
1, fold 6, call 7,
Kyle's got the middle pair, enough for him to bet out here.
call 9.
Amber, we look forward to having you back. Pleasure to have you. You know, you'll be back taking their money just like you did last week.
9.
Turn 10 puts a 4-liner out there.
From the 1.
Makes it a little interesting.
Call from the 7. Fold
4-liner?
from the 9.
Any 8?
Heads up.
4-liner?
Did I say 4-liner? Go straight. Yeah,
4-liner? One?
I do the other way.
4?
There's 4 out there.
I would never fold jack 9.
4-liner, 1-liner. RF, RDIF, RFID.
I'll take it. It works.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
I knew what you meant.
I pulled the best hand, really.
The jack. Hey, that 4-liner got top pair to fold. And Queen 10 takes it down. No surprise there.
I literally folded.
Has Queen 10 lost a hand tonight?
Only to the Kings.
I, for one, would like to thank you for your correct fold.
Should've ran it twice.
So scary there.
It was about $10.
Should have played it better.
Wait,
Yeah.
right?
Should have let it go free. You got to know when it's going to lose.
Just wet.
I didn't even see it until I folded. I was
Because
like,
he
wait.
had to call you have up and down.
4-liner.
right?
Classic.
Yeah, I was over there.
It's like a naked flop.
It's not good for my graphics.
I know, you want to hit the 10. I was like, that's the card.
There's an 8 there.
Someone should write these down and remind us later.
Really should. I hope they get picked up. I hear Nick Schulman throw out 4-liner.
Or he's just in his like casual voice. Oh, a very naked flop here.
Yeah, this is a naked flop, so I wouldn't mind seeing
Appreciate you, Jamie.
check raise.
Pulled out all the magic there.
Fold
4.
Plus, you laugh at my jokes.
6. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good.
Do it again.
Okay. So
Ever?
Call 7, call 8, call 9. No, not 8.
You laugh at my jokes too.
I'll be here forever. I'm never going anywhere.
Got a bunch of limpers going on.
I called it. I'm just.
Okay.
Kyle ain't gonna let that happen. Raises up to 15 from the small blind.
Wait, y'all are both folding? Alright, never mind. I don't
Fold
know.
9.
I just put the 2 back in.
Game's getting juicy.
Do not.
Kyle's trying to make it that
I
way.
thought my call was dragging
Not too
them in
many.
the pot.
Yeah, I thought that 9-10 call was gonna bring those others in as well.
And that's not a jack 9 flop. I check.
All clubs, queen high flop.
Flop goes check, check. 4th club on the turn. Nobody with a club in their hand.
Kyle turns the wheel. Wheel's still the best hand. Nobody wants to put any money in that pot. Checks it
I
through.
don't think any of them are clubs.
I have clubs.
They see again what Kyle's raising with pre-flop. The ace deuce out of the small blind.
And it's no surprise now. Kyle can 3-bet the 7 deuce. He can open the 4-5. He can raise from small blind with ace deuce off.
Yeah, he's wide open tonight. He's ready to
I
go.
don't want to wait 15 minutes.
Everyone should be willing to get in there and build some pots.
Everyone has to play it.
Got another bomb pot here about to happen.
Everyone is playing so
New dealer. Everyone throws in 10 bucks. We go to a flop without any pre-flop action. Go from there.
He's like,
Thanks for some juiciness.
He actually flopped full house one time. That was impressive. We go straight to that one.
he just said,
Like me with the 8, with me with the 8. You're like, well, give someone else. Oh, it's a hot one. I like it. I like it.
Ooh, let's go, Billy.
caught a hanger, sir.
Burned his fingers. I feel like I should just bet right out. Bet pre. Oh wait.
Feels a little broken.
I don't think it's
7, 6, 4, 2 clubs. It's our bomb pot flop.
Check 2.
Billy.
Check 3.
There you go.
There's no way the hot card hit that flop. I check.
Check 7.
Okay, oh, they check. Let me see. All right, let me.
3 players with a 6 out there.
I'm stealing.
Glenn's going to bet 50 with his 5-6. Middle pair. Open ender. 6 clubs.
50 seems like an awful lot.
Come on, Jamie.
Jamie's going to call with his 5.
I'm just saying, like it seems like too much. I checked with a 50.
Jack with an open ender.
See
4
again.
pairs to turn.
All right, Jamie said check it. I'm checking.
What?
Check 9.
He's surprised.
Now I feel like I'm being
Check,
trapped. I
check.
again.
Check 7.
And there's the 3. Both players are going to hit their straight.
No. I'm saying he
I heard
checked.
check.
He said he checked. I have to bluff now.
I mean, y'all heard check, right?
No, I said he checked.
I don't.
I said
I'm
he
just teasing,
checked.
I'm just teasing.
Because I have to steal though.
This is so good. So I have to call.
Glenn trying to make this look like a bluff. Doesn't matter. They both got the same hand. Jamie's going to quickly call. These guys are going to chop up our bomb pot.
At least we won the ball. Oh! I was ahead. We don't need a 6.
Just jumping in,
Jack on
saying
the
hi to
river.
everyone out there in the world. Jack 9's the best hand ever created.
I was telling him earlier.
Oh yeah.
One of the players folded to a 3-bet. I was like, oh,
Jack 9.
Adonis is not going to be happy
I
with
am
that one.
not happy. I just want to say hi to Kashmir, all the guys in the Twitch, Facebook chat. It's good seeing you guys, and that's it.
Short and sweet. I like it. Get back in the box.
Then you bet a lot. I'm like, well, I can't raise them. I'm like, I just have to call.
So my 6 is good. I don't need the 3.
See, you thought you wanted the 3.
You're right.
You wished for the card. You didn't want to come, actually. Yep. So it's your own fault you lost.
Yes. I thought it was a dream card for me though.
Fold 6. Fold 7. Fold
I thought it was the dream card.
Call 9.
You were like, Yahtzee!
Shit.
15 from 1. Fold 2.
Well, not that big. But they all do that like a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Call 9. 4 players.
By the way, the 5 was not the hot card.
They have an all-in from the 3.
It's not the hot card that he dropped on.
Looks like Kyle opened pocket 7s here.
Fold 9.
Pre-flop.
Call
5-4 deuce. Leon's gonna flop a straight with a flush draw. There's the 7 of clubs.
Man, if he would have had some more money, he could have got a big double up there.
Wow.
But he'll take any double up at this point.
Still in there. Yeah, still in the chair.
The only way I can win a hand is to go all in, apparently.
Just the nuts.
Leon wins when he gets all in. That's what he's saying. The only way you can win a hand is when he goes all in. Best time to win.
That is true. If you win every time you're all in, you're not going to bust.
Get pretty dang good.
Been something there if I would have got a 7. Made quad.
Thanks again for joining us tonight. Got about half hour left in our stream.
They gotta make it a little while.
We'll be back with you this Saturday at 6 p.m. 5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em. Big game, big action. Big beards.
I have to maximize my hand.
This is true. A lot of beards, a lot of chips, high stakes.
Just $4. Yes. $4 bet.
Gonna straddle this hand.
Call 2. Fold 3.
Big max pain, absolutely. You know there's going to be max pain when people are buying in for 30,000.
Cards for all my friends.
Somebody's going to get hurt.
And we got a check.
And we're looking really forward to having some big fun hands to analyze for you guys as well.
Absolutely. I love diving into the 5, 10, 25 strategy. We got a lot of really studied players that are making strategic moves, and we can analyze and kind of
Call 4.
reverse engineer, see what their thought process was. Of course, this 2-2 is a little more of a fun atmosphere.
We'll go 5 ways this flop. Speaking of fun atmosphere, top pair with a couple gutters.
Check 4. Check 6.
Precisely.
Check 1.
Oh, open ender. One open ender. I'm sorry.
50 is the bet from 2.
Now 2 gutters. I'm just living in the future.
Dan Murphy in the Facebook chat says, could anyone go to this casino and play at this table? If you can get yourself into the building, you can play in this game. All you got to do is have enough to buy in. Right now there's an open seat. Well, actually right now there's not an open seat. A moment ago there was, and anyone in the room had the option to come and play. I think they called it out over the microphone to see if anybody wanted to join the 2-2 live stream, and you see Joven decided to come play. Was likely on one of the outer tables in the poker room, decided to come jump on stream, see if he could win a few bucks before we went offline. He's trying to win a few bucks right here.
Big bet here by Joven, putting the pressure on top pair. 50 with his gut shot.
Got called in 2 spots, he ain't gonna like that.
Nope. Open ender still hoping.
Check 4.
8 is gonna pair the board. David's queen is gonna be best. Checked over to Joven. Does he have another shell in him? 234 in the middle. Oh, he's gonna check it back.
Queen 10, shocking. Wins again.
There you go.
If you get dealt Queen 10 every hand, I think you'll be a profitable player.
Tonight you will be. David stack up over 800 now. Jordo, can we get a winnings stat? See how these players are doing?
Yeah. See what we got to do the last half hour or so.
Jamie up 660. Glenn up 470. See David up 230. David and Hunter. Leon throwing a bit of a party tonight, but still in the mix. Could get it back.
Fold 8. Fold 9. Fold 1. Fold 2. Fold 4. Check 6.
All right, let's see if we can get some big action here. Some swings at the end of the night. Everyone trying to get unstuck. Trying to get some revenge.
Check 7, check 2.
Looks like we got a 3-way limp pot here. That ain't gonna do it. That 9 will for Wes.
Big turn for Wes.
Crushing this board.
No one with anything though.
Throws $5 at it, and that's going to be enough.
What a bully.
When I hit my high hand here about a month ago, I had
All right, Wes was the only player tonight that decided to fill out his bio sheet. So for him, I'm going to let you know what he said. Wes is from Chicago. His favorite sports team is the Cubs. Favorite hobbies, poker and music.
And says he's a TV producer.
Yeah, occupation is he's a TV producer. So we got a TV producer at the table here from Chicago.
Cubs fan. Nice.
Of course. But of course.
I like Chicago. Big fan. Love that place to visit.
Oh,
Been
yeah.
to Wrigley Field. I was actually really cool. A couple years ago, I got to go to the ring ceremony when they presented the Cubs with their World Series rings.
That's a nice one.
Opening series of the season.
I've been to one Cubs game at Wrigley and was lucky enough to see Tim Lester pitch. 3-hitter, I believe. It's pretty nice. Got out of a tough jam in the bottom of the 8th. Place was rocking.
All right, looks like we got one trying to brew here. David's going to raise it up with ace king, get a bunch of callers.
Yeah, we do. We're going 6 ways to the flop. 48 in the middle.
15.
Top pair, gutter, flush draw, overs.
Call me.
The best hands no longer on this flop.
Fold 4.
Jack 9 going to go ahead and lead out here. 15,
3 play.
really small. 15 and a 73, 78.
64, I think, before it was that.
Oh, okay.
Still small.
Yeah. River 5 changes nothing. The queen does. Actually, it does. Gets the queen player to chop it up now. Jack 8, Jack 9 going to chop it. Nothing changes.
Kyle
40 is
going for it. 6 Dewey.
I would have liked him to go for it on a turn and follow it up on the river.
Yep.
When it gets checked to you. Because a lot of jacks are going to be there. 2 bullets are going to put a lot of pressure.
Hunter going to fold the jack. Now Glenn going to make the call and take the whole pot down. Hunter's going to see the bad news. And say, oh, I folded the jack as well.
Yeah, and if Hunter makes the call, Glenn might fold.
Maybe. Especially if he calls quickly.
Yeah.
You know, that's something to consider.
I call if I was in his spot.
Yeah, it's tough.
Thank you.
He's real bad, so he could have a 5 in his hand. But you just don't know.
So what is it? So he chopped it with the queen.
We're chopping. He likes chopping.
That's why I pretended I'm holding my jab. Don't call, please. I'm gonna
Once again, if you're not already, make sure you click that link. Click the links, the Twitch, the YouTube. Get notified, follow us, subscribe. Make sure you're ready every time we come on. This Saturday will be our next stream, 5/10/25. Big game.
6 p.m. Be there, be square.
Fold 8.
We'll be here. Be right here in the booth. Back with the E-Train.
You made the big blind, right?
So we got another straddle hand right here.
I'm sorry.
Trying to figure it out myself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forget that he's always
Anarchy is going on over here right now.
What is happening?
Straight anarchy.
Jamie, don't.
Looks like Jobin's going to limp in on the straddle here. Queen 10, see if he can keep the streak alive.
There you go. Thank you.
Straight anarchy right now.
Shame. What's this happening?
Ace, king, queen, rainbow flop.
Check 2. Check 4. And check 7.
Pair and a gutter, and top pair for David.
Graphics catching up to the action here.
Queen 10 gets there as expected.
Here we go, another one for Queen 10. Jobin fires out 10.
Can only lose. Can only chop.
7.
Can't lose. No takers.
Somebody took it. 8 on the river. Somebody decided to call.
Must have missed that.
Now 75. Looks like you got
Glenn's in there. I hear Glenn.
Okay, someone must have a 10.
Who has 10? What? No!
And then there's a spade. Oh my god.
Yeah, we couldn't see Glenn over there. I can hear him though. They're chopping it up, both having 10.
It's not showing on the graphic. Both these guys end up with a straight on the river.
I can't look that dumb.
Yeah, there, no worries. Sorry about that.
That's where you start to thought and you're like, wait.
Good.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Wait, there's no flush possible out there.
Even scared me this
Board
sounds
is
so
impaired. Okay, come on. Hey, I don't blame you.
I'm not snapping into a
No, take that. And then you look real dumb.
Yeah.
And then you go home and you delete YouTube, Twitch, the whole 9 yards.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of the comments.
All these guys are nervous about watching the stream later, looking at all the comments. That's why you come on here. A little bit of have some fun.
Yeah.
A little fun roasting.
Come on here, book a win.
Yeah.
It's tough to roast somebody when they're just sitting there collecting money.
What? The guy did that?
We're all wearing masks, so that's, that helps.
That's right.
Incognito with the mask.
Burn it when you get home. Done. Burn it up.
I only own white masks. I don't know what he's talking about.
Check 1. Check 8.
All right, heads up here.
10 is the bet for morning.
Kyle's going to turn the nut flush draw with this pair. Hunter's still with the top pair.
Check 1.
Rick River. Baby Ace going to take it down. Both hands played a little passively, but we've seen that a lot tonight.
We can get the small blind again. Yeah. It is funny, like. No, it's actually kind of ridiculous. Like 4 hands in a row, you're like, God, every fucking time.
The problem is he's gonna go home and see you at like 7-3 all
right. Wait till he's. I'm telling him here. He's like, got him.
Like, dude, I've had so many hands. He's gonna go home and you're like, are you kidding?
Before he goes to bed. And then the one hand he shows up is literally aces.
Aces,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
This time he had aces, you know.
So he's been bluffing the whole time.
Call 3.
Leon gonna limp in here with a 10-7.
Call 4. Fold 6.
David's going to follow suit behind with the 7-5.
7. Fold 8.
Diamonds, 6-3 diamonds dumps it wisely in this case.
Call 2.
Jamie gonna raise it up with the king-queen from the hijack.
4 players.
Jobin gonna smooth call with ace-queen suited from the big blind, and Leon and David gonna call as well. King-jack 3, 2 hearts.
Check 2.
Jamie hits the king.
Yeah, 4 ways here. This board texture, $50 in the pot. I'm probably c-betting
21.
35.
7.
Yep, again, 2 hearts, the connectivity of the king and the jack. You're gonna assume someone's gonna come along, so let's go ahead and build the pot since we have a good king.
Yeah, no one else really had anything besides that gutter. They decided not to come along. But that board, a little wetter board, you're going to want to bet a little bigger. You're going to have your standard structures of c-betting. They're going to adjust on the board texture.
Roll the tape back. Can you roll the tape back? Fantasy football.
Call 4. Fold
David's going to go ahead and limp in here. Jack 9 off under the gun.
Call 7.
He knows it's getting late. He's trying to spike a big one here. Sting him.
Call 1. Check 2. Check 3.
Limp pot, 6 ways here. Ten, 3 deuce, 2 diamonds.
10 is the bet from 2.
Joven with the only pair.
Gonna fire right out for 10. 10 and 12.
I like it.
Call
Yeah, 10-6 is not. There's not a lot of improving turn cards. Let's go ahead and get some money in there while we can with our 10.
Yeah, and these low cards that can come out.
Not gonna like that third diamond. Jamie called with his gut shot to the wheel, and now picks up
15 is the bet from 7.
a third diamond, fourth diamond for him. Nut flush draw. Bets 15. Joven calls. 8 of hearts.
I checked.
Joven checks. Jamie doesn't try to fire it.
Jamie gives up again. Jamie's not one to be double barreling, I guess.
Seems the one bullet if it doesn't work. All right, I'm good.
Something to take notice. If he does fire 2, he's probably pretty heavy value. Could
like
find your way out of some tight spots.
Yeah, like we were talking about Hunter with earlier on our blind hand, where he backdoored the flush, top pair to the flush. Like he hadn't put any continue big amounts in on the river yet. He's gonna, if he's raising you all in there, even though we couldn't see it, we were confirmed later.
Absolutely. He's not going to do that on a bluff.
Me, on the other hand.
Oh, snap. Snap, snap, snap.
Wes going to dump his baby ace. Jamie
then-
going to wake up with the ace king.
And then no matter what, it's a cooler. Anytime you win a pot, it's just a cooler.
Anytime I win or lose.
Win a pot, because you're not supposed to win it. It's just a cooler for the other guy.
True.
Fold 2, check.
Jamie going to limp this ace king, try to disguise it.
Interesting.
No takers behind.
8, deuce, deuce. Kyle flops an 8 here.
10 is the bet from 7. We have it all in from the 1.
Jamie's going ahead and bet his ace king here.
75, fold 3, fold 4.
Kyle's going to go ahead and just ship it right here. He's only got 75 left.
Yeah, Jamie can't call with the ace high. No draw out there to be had.
Potentially save him some money if he raises that pre 10-8 suited likely calls.
Oh yeah, we know Kyle.
If he c-bets that flop, he's priced into call.
Yep.
But he also could hit the ace of king.
Would have lost 100 or so.
Yeah.
In theory, yeah, could have hit. Could have hit.
Running deuces. Got to count them all the outs.
That's the good way.
I've done that to somebody before.
Brutal. Like I said, cooler.
Well, it's easy to cooler people if you're in every hand.
Fold 7.
Well, I mean, you can't win it if you ain't in it.
That is true. And if you don't hit,
Fold 3.
just rep the nuts.
Just keep repping the nuts. Even if you break. Looks like Leon's considering getting some more chips, maybe not.
I think we just had a chop pot there.
Yeah.
Fold around. Seen a few of those tonight.
Fold 8. 7 is the bet from 9.
Bill's going to raise it up to 7 here with a suited 7-4. Every time he's had the small pairs and the suited connectors, he's raised to 7, it seems like.
Yeah, just the little sweetener raises, but of course we see him size up when it's a ace, queen, king, queen type holding.
Leon, go ahead and 3-bets his 10s here.
Hey, first 3-bet of the night from Leon. 2 10s. Certainly worthy of it, especially here with a short stack.
Yeah, 7-4 is just going to be folding that shallow for sure.
Yeah.
Jack 9, that's like a 6-bet.
No respect, really.
You was on your way. That was a bad beat right there when we was about to get.
Call 9. Call 1. Fold 2.
We got 7s here again. See, this pocket 7s a lot tonight. Just going to limp in.
Call 4. Call 6.
See if we can finish this stream off with a big hand here.
Yeah, let's get some
Let's
coolers.
get a big one. Let's see some action.
Looks like Wes going to raise up the button here with his ace-10. Nope, he'd actually just call it. Snuck that 2 in there.
6 ways, so much for that action. 6-way limp.
Man, I'm blasting ace-10 on the button if it gets limp to high flop with 5-6, 2 clubs.
Check 8, check 9.
Pretty big flop for Hunter here. Gutter ball and
Check 4.
the flush draw.
Absolutely.
If he hits that gutter ball, Glenn's going to pay him.
Let's just start betting it, Hunter.
It's not your turn.
Please.
It's not your turn. Oh my God.
I'm begging.
Yeah, I check. It is your turn.
Hunter's going to take the time now to bet.
Here we go. I wouldn't even mind betting big. Say 20. It's only $12 on the pot. He bets 7.
7, that's expensive.
Call 9.
It's one of them pots I just want to build.
Glenn comes along with his 7s.
$7 is too cheap. Anyway, people pay $7.
Yeah, all these gut shots are chasing at this point.
7 didn't make it through.
7.
Use a club.
$7 for a 7? Is that why you bet it? Asking for it. Trying to will it. And boom.
He willed it.
One of us willed it.
You willed it. He willed it. Someone did. He's going to continue firing here.
Yeah, Hunter is unfortunately going to have to chop this pot. He could have played a little more aggressively earlier and won it himself. Now he splits it 3 ways.
Call 9. We have an all in from the 1.
But Glenn does pay off the first bet for an extra 20 for them to split. Kyle shoves his last 73 in here. David's thinking about it.
Raised to 200 from the 4.
David does make the big old 3-bet here to ace with his ace-8.
Wow.
200. He's trying to push off some chops potentially.
I really like this play from David. Hunter can't have the 10-8 in theory, although we know he did bet the gut shot on the turn. In theory, he can't have the 10-8, and this puts all other 8s in a real tough spot.
Well, okay, so yeah, we missed that. So we're gonna have to go back to step 8.
Having the 8 of clubs here,
7 on each.
if Hunter shoves.
Hunter shove. I think David.
So he's 5 behind.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd like a shove here by Hunter, honestly. With it, especially with the 8 of clubs in your hand, you could be repping that 8-10 of clubs.
It's fine. Even if he went all in, I'm still making it.
We'll be right back.
So tough against David though, who hasn't got out of line at all. Would hate to look up and see. Oh, David had the 10-8.
Yeah, when you are thinking about potential hands to be.
It was only a $7 turn bet.
Yeah.
So 10-8 can easily be in David's range.
Yeah, when you are thinking about the hands you want to be structuring your raises with, you got to be thinking specifically.
Yeah, you want to have some blockers.
Yeah, 8 of clubs is specifically one of them that you would like to have.
And Hunter's going to see the bad news.
No, I don't have 8-10.
Good play from David here. He's going to fold out some of Hunter's money and he's going to chop it up.
Yeah, absolutely. He went from 3
Kyle.
ways to chopping it up.
You can't call that unless you have 8-10.
know, it's so
That's why I
hard.
made it 200, because I know I'm only, you know what I mean?
And he's talking it through just like we said.
I love it.
He was trying to make that 8 fold.
Really well played from David. And I tell you what, how he was thinking about that hand really is no surprise that he's the one. Or he's winning. He's winning tonight. He's played solid.
Yeah, very well played here.
I like it.
He was worried about everyone roasting him in the chat.
Well, you know,
Not on that hand. Very well played there.
That's right. Ended it on a good note.
Yeah, we've got
Very
a couple
well
hands left here tonight.
Straddle on the button.
you had
Button straddle.
higher odds of hitting your set than you did of hitting your straight.
I don't want to see.
That's a tough call. Though.
It's yeah, it was hard.
It's a
Good
really
bet.
tough
Good
call.
bet. All right, let's see what I got this time.
Got a button straddle here.
Not good bet.
This one. So this is the last hand, everybody. Straddle.
Looks like this is the last hand of the
Yeah,
evening.
that's what they sounded like.
No. Just
Jordan in there.
Oh, last hand's hard? Oh.
Wait, what?
I'm going.
It's 4 to go. Straddle.
Normally like midnight. He must be blind. They saw the viewership went down to like 2 people.
Everybody's logging up, and they like, oh yeah.
Yeah, they saw the
Not sure if they're going to do it on
viewership
this
went
game.
down
A
to
lot of
like 3
times
people, so they're like, all right,
when the bigger games break, they'll just carry it on over to a different table for the rest of the night, just off the live stream. Saturday's game will definitely be doing that, probably play till we close Sunday potentially.
Yeah, Saturday's game will go deep into Sunday. 100%.
Jamie's going to take this button straddle, raise it up to 21 once they announced this was the last hand. So let's try to win a big one.
I like it. Let's get everyone in here. 21 a man, 5 ways. Let's see it.
Kyle's in there with that 7 Dewey. Suited this time. He's 1 for 2, 50-50. That's the odds I give myself every hand.
The rubber match.
Yeah, they tell me I can't do it. They tell me it's the last hand.
Don't get fired.
It could be any number of things. It could be back there.
Queen 6, 2 diamonds.
Kyle's all in with that 7 deuce.
Yeah, fought the flush draw.
Gonna have to get there. As Joven did flop a queen, and David flopped the 6.
Yeah, Joven being in the front, the first one to call. It's gonna be a tough spot for him. Might just lay it down. Yeah.
Wow.
How much is it?
Joven getting out of harm's way there as David flopped trips. David ain't going anywhere.
You know, if they didn't announce it was the last hand, he might have given that call.
Surprised he didn't.
David obviously calls here with the trips.
We would have called if we were Joven.
Yeah.
Kyle has a lot of flush draws in his range. Like he has to shove flush draws.
Yeah, it's a tough spot with all the 4 people behind you. Three more people behind you.
Yeah.
But last hand, let's see if Kyle can get there. Not
Ooh,
that turn
that's
locks
a
him
boat.
out.
Oh, he hit the diamond anyway.
Out there first.
Right, and that full house is going to finish the night off for us. Thanks for joining us on this live stream from Jacksonville, Florida on Best Bet.
You would have been more pissed.
Gonna see the winning. Gonna see
Yeah,
how,
we're going to go and show you the finals for the night, final stats.
let's see how our players fared tonight. Jamie, big winner, 557. Glenn, right on his tail with up 536, and David up 520. 3 guys over $500 winning tonight.
Leon tonight, big loser, down just over 850.
Yeah, Jobin comes in and loses 100 in the last hour.
They couldn't really find anything to start off with. Appreciate you joining us again tonight. We will be back. Me, Eddie, the E-Train, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Make sure you get that notification follows going so you're reminded. And remember, you can't win it if you ain't in it.
And as always, poker players, keep repping the nuts.
See y'all next week.
You're gonna probably move over. Who's still playing? Yeah, I think it was. No. Okay. Well then, yeah, y'all just be all.